here. The guys love to party, have a good time. So make sure.
Who's that?
I'm just thinking the same thing. This whole thing is AI.
No, that's you.
Yeah. AI. Sounds like AI.
Solo voy con mi pena.
Shine a light.
Solo
para burlar la ley, perdido en el corazón.
Can silence be a more powerful argument than words?
Don MacLean, Petros, and Money AM 570 LA Sports, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app and live and in person in the 805 area code, Thousand Oaks, Tarantula Hill. Brewing is where we are, 244 Thousand Oaks Boulevard. Love coming out here. It is our fourth appearance. Two prior summer tour stops, a Christmas party, and now the penultimate stop on the 2025 PMS Summer Tour. We love being here. We're going to be here until 6 p.m. We've got a pile of prizes that we will address.
Why don't you roll them off, Matt?
Roll them off right now.
Roll off the prize.
Right, here we go.
Prize roll call with the voice of the Bolts, Matt Money Smith.
If you're not here, if you're thinking about coming here,
we got some space.
Perhaps this will help convince you. Yes, there is ample space. Share the tables.
You got to share the tables.
Share the tables.
You can't spread out.
Yeah. Don't be putting your phone here and your hat here and you're eating your food with your entire freaking wingspan. Please share the tables. But here's what we got, P. Not 5, says 5 on the sheet, but we were now told 6 pair of tickets. 6 pair of tickets for the Sunday finale, the final game that the Padres will play at Dodger Stadium during the regular season. May there be playoff games in our future, but we have 6 pair of tickets to Dodgers-Padres, a Sunday, 1:10 p.m. start. Tyler Glasnow on the mound. We'll give those away. We have got a $100 gift card courtesy of our friend Marcia from Wild Fork.
Marcia.
Wild Fork, the best meat in town, whether it's Manhattan Beach or Valencia or Huntington Beach, wherever you want to find your Wild Fork, go get your meats. We got $100 there. We have got one 2-night stay, a package that is a 2-night stay at an MGM Resorts destination. Las Vegas is what we're talking about. Pool parties, posh cabanas, cocktails, endless ways to earn. With MGM Rewards, that is what we have to give away. And then the big grand prize, courtesy of our friend Brett. It's hiding right behind us. A Westinghouse Roku 55-inch EX 4K ultra high definition television.
A giant TV.
Exactly, P. Those are our prizes today.
And there's QR codes all around on every table. Sign up on the QR code so you can be eligible to win the $5,000 a week from today at Vans headquarters, where we'll also have the brand new version of the Petros and Money Vans shoes for 2025. So we appreciate that. We are streaming like we always do for the Petros and Money Summer Tour. Our streaming team is here. Ricky, Wacko, Social Matt, and Digital Doug with his special red camera. And Matt, that's available on all platforms.
Yes, you want to go to Facebook.com/AM570LA Sports. You can watch it there. You want to go to Twitter, or X has it on the AM570LA Sports feed. And YouTube as well, youtube.com/AM570LA Sports. So pick your platform. And you can watch the show if you can't make it out here. It is one of our further outposts that we do a summer tour stop. Not quite the furthest. That would be awarded to Rancho Cook this year.
Rancho Cook is the furthest.
But this is a spot that we don't get out to regularly, so we're happy to be here. If you can't make it, though, tune into the stream. There's an opportunity for you, by the way, on the stream to click that QR code and register to win that grand prize as well.
Raise your hand if you're afraid for the Dodgers. Raise your hand if you're afraid. You might not. Raise your hand if you have fear in your heart. All right.
I'd say we're operating like maybe 10%.
The best thing that you can do if you have fear in your heart is to get yourself a liquid candy hazy IPA here, because that'll help kill the chicken in your heart.
That'll temper it.
Because you can't have a chicken in your heart when the Dodgers are going to play the Padres tonight. Dodgers on deck at 6 o'clock. First pitch at 7:10. We'll get you all lathered up for the Dodgers. David Vassegh will join us right before first pitch or right before the media availability is over. So we'll have him at like 5:20 when the show is almost done. So we'll have all the latest information on Max Muncy, everything going on with the Los Angeles Dodgers as they are struggling. Matt will have a top story of the day where he may or may not address the Dodgers versus Padres problem that is here this weekend. And maybe it won't be a problem. Maybe the Dodgers will sweep them.
Great success.
Who's to say? But we will address the Dodgers situation. We see a lot of you guys have shown up in your Dodger jerseys as we're just getting started here from Tarantula Hill. And Matt, before we go any further, it is
Frogman.
a Frogman Friday.
Frogman. Frogman. Frogman.
Frogman.
Where there is sea,
Frogman.
there is pirates.
Frogman loves his mother.
And on a Frogman Friday, the Petros and Money Show discusses one of the great things about living here in Southern California, the sea.
Frogman.
Of course, here you got to get over a bunch of hills and down into Malibu or something, but we still love the sea and pay homage to the Pacific Ocean, and in particular, we pay homage to a dear friend from yesteryear that we never met, Lloyd Bridges, who played the role of the great Mike Nelson in one of the greatest television shows ever produced off the coast of Rancho Palos Verdes, Sea Hunt.
I don't like it, Mike. That's where you found the manganese? I think so, but there are many sharks here. Oh. Well, I can always tell when they're getting a little too curious. You have been in the water with the sharks before? Oh, yeah, lots of times. Yeah. So far, no skies.
All right, Todd Lights down at Dodger
13-5?
Stadium.
What are you, nuts? We still got to take that Florida, man. You know what that's like these days? You got the Navy everywhere. You got Frogmen. You got the EC2s with the satellite tracking. You got the Bell 209 assault choppers up the ass. We're losing 1 out of every 9 loads. That's no duck walk anymore, let me tell you. Forget about money. What do you suggest that's reasonable?
Dieter Rule, Dodger organist with Sealand. We shall see where it takes us as we're getting started here from Tarantula Hill. Matt, David Vassegh, like we said, is going to join us. Don MacLean, hero of the 805, will be along.
Centerpiece.
Don't be afraid to approach Don MacLean, though he is surly and mean. Jonas Knox, our friend from Fox Sports Radio. And in the first hour, here at the end of the first hour, the LA Times High School Player of the Year.
Foosball.
Sure, Michigan got a little bit of a slap on the wrist today, but I don't think that's going to stop his commitment. Brady Smiggel, Newberry Park quarterback, a beloved young man in the area, will come on. We haven't talked to a meaningful quarterback in town since DJ Uiagalelei. And look what we did for that kid's career.
He's going to be playing tomorrow at SoFi Stadium. How about that?
Awesome.
It's never been possible without the Petros and Money Show.
Thank you so much, everybody, for being here and being a part of this. As we get started, Ronnie, a little accompaniment, please. Again, we are streaming. We are live all the way up here in Thousand Oaks, Tarantula Hill. Now, I was very disappointed so many years ago to find out that the Tarantula Hill Brewing Company and brewery here and restaurant and ice cream parlor and all the things they have going on.
Pizza oven.
Yeah. Is not on Tarantula Hill. Tim Cates explained this to me a long time ago when he told me about Tarantula Hill during the pandemic.
Oh, you're planting nefarious seeds with David Vassegh.
No, well, I'm not. It's just the first person to mention Tarantula Hill to me was Tim Cates. And when I heard it in my mind's eye, I thought of it as being on a hill, as I am very hill and gully rider oriented, as you know. Tarantula Hill is somewhere around here, the actual place. And what, that way? Everybody's just pointing that way?
That's right, Gloria.
What is that, northeast?
That's right, Gloria.
Which way? Which way? What, you're pointing that way?
We have one.
What is this, the Phantom Toll Booth?
No, I feel
That's
like,
not cool. That's
I trust
misinformation.
John. I trust John right here. He's a local.
He's
been
a
here for long time.
Calabasas guy.
Yeah, he's like, it's right there.
It's right over here. So if I started walking, how long?
There's some people smoking weed.
If I started walking, how long would I have to walk until I reached Tarantula Hill? 30 or 40 minutes.
He said most people 20 minutes. For you, 30 or 40.
That was a fat joke. That's real. You got a fist pound from the Cal guy.
Well done, John.
Tarantula Hill is somewhere in Thousand Oaks amongst the white people. But
Kill the white people.
it is somewhere else, this brewery, that is deep in our corazon, in beautiful downtown T.O., DTTO, downtown Thousand Oaks. No hill, but the hill is somewhere. And I don't know if there's any tarantulas on. Is there?
Looks like Northwest P is where that would be. Northwest, 316 degrees.
Oh,
is where
Matt
they're
pulled
telling
out
us.
his phone compass. Well,
That's right.
thank God.
That's right.
At least we're safe.
Just right there. I'll get you there.
We've also discussed the history of the area here in Thousand Oaks, but it's kind of sad. It's a Norwegian family that made this place like a Norwegian kind of enclave, but they were too far from the valley where there was a doctor, and like 8 of their 10 children died.
Can't do it, Sally.
Of diphtheria. So they left the area and donated their plot of land to what is modern-day Cal Lutheran University. And every year, Cal Lu, I believe, still has a Norwegian fest where people chew whale fat to honor the family that was once here. And I think some of the streets are named after the family. But also, how many of you have ever been across the street in the same direction that Tarantula Hill is to the Tipsy Goat? Oh, there's a few Tipsy Goat types. Yeah,
Okay.
a couple enthusiastic people. I do have to say, we are a well-heeled and mature crowd here across Thousand Oak Boulevard at Tarantula Hill. I mean, this is a nice place. I even saw a guy with a service dog a little while back. And we have a full bar that goes all the way around the corner there. We absolutely love that. So here, we want for nothing.
Unbelievable.
It's an unbelievable setup. But I did do some reconnoitering not long ago, a couple weeks back, and I was at my wife's 30-year high school reunion right across the street here at the Tipsy Goat. And what I understand is that the people in charge of the reunion tried to book Tarantula Hill, but they were too late, and they got rebuffed, which is a lesson, Matt. If you want to book a space here,
Get ahead of it.
at Tarantula Hill,
Get ahead of it.
you got to be like Tim Cates and get here early and stake your claim. Like,
Wow, man, freaked out.
like Far and Away, starring Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman in Happier Times. But in my reconnoitering, I did witness this. Around 10 o'clock on the weekend, a real YC, a real young crowd shows up at the Tipsy Goat.
Okay.
And they start vaping hard. And the DJ was blaring 90s rap music, hard vaping, hands on the floor, booty shaking from the young people at the Tipsy Goat. And real kid and play style 90s dancing too. Exuberant dancing from the 90s that I guess you see again in the young of today. And a couple weeks ago, you can imagine, it's nighttime, you squint your eyes. I was over there in the front patio of the Tipsy Goat while my wife was talking to her friends from high school. And people were just vaping so hard and doing their 90s dancing. And I was staring across the street longingly, wanting to come here to Tarantula Hill.
My wife.
Where I'm more familiar.
Certainly.
And feel like more of an embraced person. But now that time to have a great time at Tarantula Hill is now. So we're going to do our kind of dancing with a great partner. Look, every year I do the last dance of the season.
Muy hombre. A lot of men.
Only this year somebody told me not to. But I'm going to do my kind of dancing with a great partner Miss Baby Houseman.
I want winners.
Thank you for making me baby.
We're going to have a great time here in Thousand Oaks tonight, so thank you, all of you, for being here. We will not forgive you if you go over to vape at the Tipsy Goat at 10 o'clock.
White men.
I'll be long home.
White men.
Mostly white people over there, too.
White
but
men.
It is a exuberant crowd, and we're happy to all be together here in the Tarantula Hill. Don't go over there unless you want to get your face vaped clean off. And I had no idea that downtown Thousand Oaks was popping off so hard.
Now, you want to apologize to him?
No.
So, in the very next segment, we'll do a top story of the day.
Set the tone.
Where we'll talk about the Dodgers and the Dodgers' struggles and why the Dodgers are struggling.
Why?
And who is to blame for it. And why Matt and I have to carry the load of negativity with all these live shows while the Dodgers are in a terrible free fall.
Exactly. They're doing us no favors, P. I think these folks would be a lot more exuberant and in a partying mood if the Dodgers were a couple games up on the Padres instead. You know what's tight. You know what's tight. You can see it by the way they're sitting.
Well, drink a liquid candy hazy IPA as our crowd fills in, and sit back and relax because we are going to do a couple hours plus more.
Great sports talk.
Of great sports talk.
And we're giving away all them prizes.
We're giving away all those prizes, so stay tuned for that. I don't know what you're going to give away during this break right here.
Well, your friend Chuck said that he's got to cut out, so he wants to try to win these Dodgers tickets right away.
The two guys sitting right in the front, those guys, and to a lesser degree, secondarily, the two guys behind them on this front table.
It's a good
and
table.
They're all spread out, so
It's a
no one
great
else
table.
can come there. They got the wide stance like the one politician in the stall.
Well, they got the aisle in the window.
And that's fine.
Middle seat's still available.
Those guys are what I picture each and every one of our listeners looking like.
Yes.
At all times.
Yes.
And maybe that's why my disposition is the way it is. But God bless you all. Thank you for being here. We're going to have a fun time. Thank you to Tarantula Hill, which is a great and thriving venue. And thank you to our great sponsors who are part of the PMS Summer Tour: Toyota, Sweet James Bergener, Wild Fork Foods, Barry from Barry's Tickets, and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka, Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka. And if you're crazy, Surfside Iced Tea, Lemonade, and Vodka.
All three in the same can.
All are welcome. Thank you for being here, and we'll be right back with more great sports talk. We'll give away some prizes and do the top story of the day coming up next.
Stick around for more of the 12th annual Petros and Money Summer Tour.
Put that QR code in your tank for the Toyota VIP section and a chance for $5,000.
It's going on now. Toyota's Summer Drive Sales Event. Time to drive home a powerful new Tacoma with its awesome torque, its impressive towing capacity, and its exceptional class-leading fuel economy. Right now, you can lease a tough new Tacoma 4x4 for just $299 a month. Only $299 a month. But hurry, Toyota's Summer Drive Sales Event ends soon. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
Our backyard.
It will be all over the beautiful Southland.
And you can experience the whole thing live, on air, or watch it on YouTube. Coming to a town near you.
Your day started like any other. You drop the kids off at school and head to work. Little do you know, in the next moment, a truck is going to run a red light and hit you, changing your life forever. For everything that comes next, you won't be ready, but we are. The attorneys at Sweet James will help you recover physically and financially as we defend you against the insurance companies that promise to protect you. You pay nothing until we win. So if you're hurt in an accident, call Sweet James.
Get it right now at Speedy Cash. That's right, Speedy Cash offers cold hard cash on the spot.
Just a few clicks at SpeedyCash.com was all it took to get the cash I needed.
Speedy Cash has helped millions get cash when they need it most.
I didn't have time to waste. I applied today at SpeedyCash.com and already got my cash.
At Speedy Cash, we know life moves fast, and so do we. Just call or click, and you could have cash today.
Love that Speedy Cash.
Los Angeles.
Big stage.
When you want to talk LA sports, it's always been us.
Oh, baby.
With Dan Patrick at 6 a.m., Colin Cowherd at 9, Fred Rogan and Rodney Peete at noon, and Petros and Money at 3.
Go to the iHeartRadio app.
Nobody covers Los Angeles like us. Listen anywhere you are by telling your smart device, play AM 570 LA Sports on the iHeartRadio app.
It's right here.
The home of the Dodgers.
Need cash fast and tired of being crushed by debt? Let our friends at Longmar help you out. Turn your car into cash and keep driving.
Thousand Oaks. Oh, it is filling in. The people are excited. It's a wonderful crew. We're taking a trip down memory lane. People winning trips to Hawaii. Dodger
tickets. Did you
tickets.
just give away a trip to Hawaii?
No.
Is that what just happened?
We gave away a trip about 5 years ago to Hawaii at Golden Road, and it was right during COVID. And remember, you had to get a test, and you had to go through this customs thing when you got to Hawaii, and they were just like, whatever, flipped it to their sister. You deal with it. But a benevolent act by the beautiful folks right here. So, and then we were talking about when we went to the Floyd Mayweather-Oscar De La Hoya fight, P. And we were like, hey.
That was a long time ago.
Well, A, we fell asleep for a little bit because we were so drunk.
A lot of drinking.
And then B, we started recognizing people around us were getting a little unruly and a little
testy.
We
got out of there.
We were like, we got to get out of here.
Before the race ride between the Mexicans and the blacks.
And we were like, we got to get out of here.
De La Hoya versus Mayweather, respectively.
And we played it smart. We chose wisely.
I remember
it did get loose out there.
Now, I've seen on the stream a lot of people are criticizing my shirt like I'm supporting the Padres.
Oh, it is very Padre-esque.
I didn't think of that. Does it look like a Padres shirt?
Yes, it does. It's got the brown and the yellow and the orange, and I think that's what it is. It's orange with how about that?
Maybe that's the only way we'll be able to reverse the curse.
Oh, I was thinking you just take it off.
No.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Arms. All right, it is time for the top story of the day.
Top story of the day.
All right, P. Let's get the folks prepared here because
pay attention. This is very important.
Here we go. I see all the Dodger jerseys out there, the Dodger caps, some Brooklyn, some jerseys of your favorite players, the Mookie Betts. You even see the City Connect with the funfetti there on there. We've got that rolling. A lot of folks.
A lot of people have spent a lot of money on Dodger gear.
Absolutely. Now, does it suck the Dodgers slipped out of first place?
Yes.
Yes, of course it does. Is it a bit stressful that they can't seem to put all three phases together in a ball game, pitching, hitting, and defense at the same time? You bet it does. If they have anything less than a 3-run lead in the late innings, are you going to have that tight feeling in your midsection because this bullpen can't hold the lead? Of course you are. But that's what makes a series like this in mid-August must-see, must-listen on your home of the World Series champion Dodgers, AM 570 LA Sports, instead of the Dodgers being up.
You're saying that you appreciate the intrigue of the Dodger season faltering because we actually have something to talk about and cling to in what otherwise would be the dog days of summer.
Isn't this great?
Exactly right, P. We wouldn't be talking about the Dodgers if they were 12 games up, building on their 9-game lead, once again cruising to another NL West crown, and everybody saying the same thing they would always say. Wake me up when September ends, because I'll be here for October baseball. Instead, we not only have the first games against the Padres. It's been a while.
It has.
It's been so long that I wonder, and I decided we would take a little trip down memory lane to remind everyone the way the last series at Chavez Ravine unfolded against the Padres, a 4-gamer that ran from June 16th.
Oh, that was a happier time.
Through June 19th. The Dodgers winning. They pummeled the Padres in the first 2 contests. There was a blown lead in the top of the 9th in the 3rd game, followed up by a Will Smith pinch hit, walk-off home run. For some reason, that only happens at home games when they have the walk-offs.
You can't. It's very difficult.
It's very hard.
No one's ever done it. No one said you can't do it.
That would break the streak that they're on.
But it's very, very difficult to walk it off on the road.
If they did, it would certainly change their fortunes. And in the finale,
change the game, Matt.
The Padres salvaged 1 of the 4 games. The wins were huge, of course, P, but remember, it was the dramatics that happened around the game, the BS press conferences with fat Mike Schilt running his mouth, bitching about his guys getting hit while dismissing.
I think you've really taken a hard stance against Mike Schilt. I'm not saying
I have.
You've really gone hard against the man. And he's just a baseball manager.
I don't like.
He looks like one of our listeners.
I don't like the cut of his jib.
And it's hard.
Dismissing Andy Pages being plunked as just a baseball that got away, and that the Dodgers need to get over it. That was the last time these teams tangled, and it was glorious. It was a reminder that Cubs, Cardinals, yawn. Red Sox, Yankees, sure, 10 years ago maybe. The Dodgers, Padres, is the series that the eyes and the ears of the baseball universe tunes into. MLB Network, I am sure, is focused solely on these 3 games over the weekend because it has become the best tangle in baseball. Dodgers, Padres.
It's the best story baseball has.
And it's not close. Remember, P, June 16th, Padres doubles to center field off Dylan Cease. And what does he do? A little bit too much of the Freddie Freeman gyrating, a little bit too much of the Shohei Ohtani cosmetics commercial.
They didn't like the young Cuban showing out the way he did.
Exactly, because he was a young Cuban at that time. He had not announced himself as a borderline all-star and a guy that might be the best hitter on the team for about a month straight.
And even if that is the case, he is still
a rookie.
And a young Cuban.
And so Dylan Cease, what does he do? He pummels Padres in the 4th inning. As he is the batter after Muncy just knocked in Teo Hernandez and Will Smith. Padres takes exception to it. Mike Schilt on camera says, "Who the F do you think you are?"
I do remember this.
He barks that at Andy Paz. "Who the F do you think you are?" And good on the Spectrum Sportsnet cameras for being trained right on that fat face of his when he said, "Who the F do you think you are?"
You're writing a lot of checks about Schilt with your mouth.
I am. The Dodgers win the game 6-3.
Schilt's not going to take kindly to this if he hears this afternoon drive show headed to Dodger Stadium.
I hope he's listening because we fast forward to June 17th. And do we remember?
Who was calling me a fat face on that Dodger station?
Do we remember how Andy Pages answered fat face Mike Schilt?
I don't, man.
He homered in his first at bat, a bomb to left center field. That's who the F I am, Mike Schilt. Andy Pages, and don't you forget it. It was one of the greatest answers to one of the greatest questions ever asked of a Dodger player. Who the F do you think you are? Here's your answer. Home run, left center field.
Not unlike the old Mr. Irrelevant Profar on the other way.
Exactly right.
Controversy and that was a David Vassegh authored controversy.
A Will Smith.
Called him Mr. Irrelevant.
Mr. Irrelevant.
And then he started hitting a bunch of jacks, and they're like, "You don't look irrelevant to me." And they started selling T-shirts and all that.
Oh, yeah. And the best thing about Andy Pages' home run is his answer to Mike Schilt, just to make sure the Padres got the message. Luis Trevino plunks Tatis in the bottom half of the inning, or top half of the next inning. Says it was a pitch that got away from him. 95 high and tight. Tough one for Tatis to wear. And apparently...
God, it feels like ancient history before that lead evaporated, Matt.
Exactly right.
I get what you're trying to do here, though. You're trying to remind...
Set the scene.
You're trying to remind the Dodgers of who they used to be.
That's right. The Dodgers, apparently, according to Mike Schilt, aren't allowed to have a pitcher lose control of a pitch against a guy who crowds the plate because Schilt got his panties in a bunch. And in the bottom half of that inning, P, we'll never forget, Vassegh, the hell does he think he is, drills Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani.
I do remember that now.
93-mile-an-hour four-seamer.
And Ohtani showed a great deal of restraint and class.
A true gentleman, right?
Yeah, went around and, shook everybody's hand.
And he was like, hey, we're good.
That's it.
He looks to the dugout. He says, stay there. He looks into the Padre dugout, signals, all right, we even, push, we're good. Let's continue to play the game. And bottom of the fourth, just to drag it across Schilt's face. What does Pages do? He homers again!
Double up!
One of the all-time great individual performances, if not the greatest individual performance by a Dodger this season.
I don't remember us being that excited about it in the moment. But now, in retrospect, when you see the way things have gone and the way things are positioned in the present,
right?
I guess it does feel like something to celebrate.
They need to rediscover that swing into the midsection that they had back in mid-June. It was sheer humiliation for Mikey Schilt at this point. Next at bat for Pages. Single, pouring it on, 8-3, a 2 RBI single, a 3-hit game for Pages. And then, just to make sure, Matt Sauer hits Jose Iglesias with a 95-mile-an-hour sinker. The Dodgers win 8-6. They win the next night, as I mentioned earlier, on that Will Smith pinch hit, home run in the bottom of the ninth. And then what happens, P? The next day, the fourth game after the Dodgers are looking for a 4-game sweep over the Pods, who have been doing nothing but belly aching about what bad guys they are and what bad baseball this is. 3-0 Padres. Trevino again in the 7th. 91-mile-an-hour cutter. Where at Johnson? Top of the 9th, they're up 5-0. That rookie kid, remember, he looked like he saw a ghost. Little hits Tatis with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. And that's when Fat Schilt comes juggling his belly out of the dugout, and Dave Roberts, he starts barking at him. Remember Dave Roberts?
It's not like he
shoves him.
It's not like he's Charlie Weiss.
Oh, he's a giant human.
He's not that fast.
He stepped up to Dave Roberts and is barking in his face, and let's not forget, what does Doc do? He doesn't back down. He doesn't throw his pitching coach in between him. He takes his forearm right to the chest.
Yeah, that was very heated.
Shoves him.
I do remember this.
This was fantastic. A 95-mile-an-hour fastball right to the shoulder.
The last time they faced each other?
The last time they faced each other. And then we can't forget, P. It's 5-2 in the bottom of the 9th, right? 3-0 count on Shohei Ohtani. Obviously, Suarez is going to walk him, and what does he do? 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Damn near hit him in the head. He took it right off the top shoulder, had to turn away. Bench is clear. Ohtani again, stop, pump the brakes. Kershaw was the first guy over.
Yes, but this is when the Dodgers had swagger. This is when the Dodgers are reading articles about how they're going to win 120 games. Now, people like Roger Lodge are making fun of the Dodgers' free fall and their quote-unquote gazillion-dollar payroll, and they can't even beat the lowly Angels.
For shame! For shame!
We must rediscover the moments that made this season feel special, P, and there was no more special feeling.
It hasn't spelt special since early July.
That's what we're talking about. Mid-June is where we need to get Mr. Peabody going and Sherman, and let's get in the Wayback Machine, and let's go back to June 16th through June 19th and remind Tatis, who's been hit by the Dodgers 6 times. 6 times. Listen, I know Clayton Kershaw isn't pumping 95-mile-an-hour heat right now, but I say just to send a message right between the numbers.
Wow, Matt. I mean, you're already calling for that?
First at bat, right between the numbers.
What are you, Kurt?
Send the message.
Kurt Bavacqua now? I mean, Matt,
exactly
this is terrible.
Right. Exactly right, P.
Johnny Lefevre?
That is what this team needs. A Kershaw, like 86-mile-an-hour, four-seam fastball right there between the numbers. And I will say this.
How could you people clap for that?
Clap for
it.
Clap for it. Exactly right.
Do not. This is a dangerous game to throw that hard baseball at a young San Diegan.
And here's why he should do it, P, because I was reading the San Diego Union Tribune and the exceptional columnist Kevin Acee.
The San Diego Union Trib.
Exactly right.
That's a great rag. That's a free paper, but it's a good one.
The locals call it the S-Dut. And when Acee had a one-on-one with Tatis, and he said, he was asked by Acee, why ain't you charging the mound? And I will tip my cap to Tatis Jr. and say.
And his big clavicles.
That's right. He said, quote, I could charge the mound, but there's a reason why I've been holding myself. Because if I go out there, I ain't going to talk to him. If I go out there, I'm going to lose it.
Wow.
And you know how and we know about Tatis, right? We know he was suspended for those 70 games. He's a juicer. So, you know, when the juicers lose
fiery,
it, all roided up, and you get that roid range
Why
going.
were you leading me on?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had that friend. Why were you leading me on?
Why
are you looking at my chick? You know, you never know. Punch a hole in the drywall. So good on Tatis, the roid guy, the juicer, for being able to control himself and not charge the mound if he has to wear an 83-mile-an-hour fastball from Clayton Kershaw tonight in the top of the first. All weekend long, right here on your home of the World Series Dodgers, AM 570 LA Sports, 7:10 tonight, 6 o'clock tomorrow, 1 o'clock on Sunday. Kershaw,
now, Matt,
Snellzilla, Glasnow.
Let me ask you a question, Matt.
Yes,
Since you know, Matt usually he does gymnastics to find something positive.
Got to dig
to talk about because the Dodgers are flailing. So
he let us down.
Matt had to go back to the beginning of the summer and all the way back to June 16th to 19th when I ate my pride cake in the suite.
That's right.
And the Dodgers.
We have that on video, I think.
The Dodgers beat the Padres. Now, all that being said, Matt, will we be able to tell right away tonight.
If they have that swagger.
If the Dodgers have fire, if they're fire eaters like the South Carolinians, will we be able to know that the Dodgers have girded their loins and are ready for an epic battle on AM 570 LA Sports? Will we know if they're lackadaisical and flat to start out the contests?
Well, I think there's only one way, P, and that is when Clayton Kershaw takes that ball at 7-10.
Now, would you be disappointed if nobody gets the ball thrown at them tonight?
Yes. Incredibly.
So it's not like you're really, I mean.
They need to rediscover their swagger. They have lost their swagger.
I mean,
they were
that's like
swept
saying,
by the Angels. The Lodge made fun of them, for God's sake.
That is true. When Roger Lodge is clowning you on an Instagram video,
you have to commit an act to rediscover your swagger.
You're in a tough spot.
Yes.
But that being said, Matt, I mean, all that being said.
Right between the 2 and the 3, right in the middle of the back.
It's almost like being like, hey, how did you guys do in the hockey game? It's like, well, we lost, but we won all the fights.
Exactly right.
That's not helping the Dodgers situation. They're in a divisional battle with the Padres.
Okay.
And throwing the ball off Tatis's giant clavicle that doesn't guarantee victory.
To your hockey analogy, what is worse? Losing the game and not winning all the fights, or losing the game and winning all the fights?
If it's either or,
right.
I mean, I don't know if it's.
See what I mean?
But I don't know if it is.
I believe a plunking by Kershaw and a stare down by the old man with his old man body and his big belly just looking right at Tatis, who's all swole and ready to charge because he's all roided up. You know, that sets the tone. That lets the rest of the Dodgers know this is no regular season series.
A call for violence.
Exactly right.
Not surprised
That's
in
what
such
I'm
a
calling
tumultuous time.
By such a small, nonviolent man.
Well, soon, I mean, if we were outside, Matt would reveal his arms.
Yes.
Now we might have to wait till next Friday at the Vans.
Oh, we'll be outside, yes.
For Matt to unfurl his arms. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm leaving my Padres shirt on. I wasn't trying to wear a shirt that pisses people off, but now that I know, I'm leaving this on all night.
I got a tank top in the back.
I don't think it's going to look like a sports bra on me. All right, we'll be back with more great sports talk. We are up and running in our first hour. Everybody seems to be situated. We have our normal crowd here in Thousand Oaks. I believe they set up the outdoor area, Matt, for the people that are not involved with our show.
Oh, nice.
So I don't think there's any speakers for these people out here. You know, they have a nice balsamic. They're talking. They got the kids out there with the coloring books.
Oh, yeah.
But I do know that the back patio, which is a pop-off spot.
It's going to go off.
That opens at 5, and we'll have DJ Santana out there to rival the Tipsy Fox right across.
They got no chance.
No chance.
They got no chance.
I mean, their DJ doesn't even start spinning until 10. We got
Loser.
5 hours on that son of a bitch.
Loser.
We're going to open up at 5, right back there with DJ Santana. Thank you, everybody, for being here in beautiful Thousand Oaks at Tarantula Hill on Thousand Oaks Boulevard. We'll be right back with the best young quarterback in all of California, committed to Michigan, the LA Times High School Player of the Year, Brady Smiggel, will join us in the next segment. Petros and Money on AM 570 LA Sports. Toyota Skills Challenge Tacoma giveaway winner is here. Philip Sevilla, our hero. How you doing? Tell us about what happened out there.
Thank you very much for having me. Excited to be here. Winning a car. Imagine that. Winning a car, just in general, is probably like one of the best memories or core memory I'll have in my whole life.
You worked hard with your father,
right.
A proud Filipino-American, where basketball is a very big deal. You
Yes.
came out here and you had the preparation that was necessary to achieve your goal.
When I was doing the skills challenge itself, the dribbling, the passing, like the layup, the shooting, it brings me back through all the trainings I went through in my younger years back in the Philippines or even here with my dad, with my family. Who would have thought all the hours we spent on the court, it led me to this moment. It's crazy also because like at the end, after I made the last shot, I was under the rim. I was looking for someone to tell me, hey, did I win? The whole experience is crazy. It all lined up. Like, we're basketball people. We're Toyota people. Now we're here. Now I have a new car.
How did you enter? I mean, how did you find Toyota? How did you guys find each other?
Honestly, I just won one of those social media contests on Instagram. So, like, Toyota SoCal, I've been following them for a few years already. Shout out to Toyota SoCal. Like, you guys should really follow them. They give away a lot of great stuff.
Toyota's social media platforms, including Instagram, is a great way to stay up with the Toyota community. They're always giving stuff away, whether it is tickets to huge sporting events, concert events, or even a new car or truck, as Philip is living proof of. People really do win with Toyota SoCal.
It's not a fluke. It happens. Hey, Toyota, they come through.
Congratulations on your victory and winning that Tacoma.
I'm so excited. Very happy to be part of the Toyota family now.
Toyota and your Southern California Toyota dealers. We make it easy.
Going on now, Toyota's Summer Drive Sales Event. Time to drive home a powerful new Tacoma with its awesome torque, its impressive towing capacity, and its exceptional class-leading fuel economy. Right now, you can lease a tough new Tacoma 4x4 for just $299 a month. Only $299 a month. But hurry, Toyota's Summer Drive Sales Event ends soon. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
If you've been hurt in an accident, who you choose to represent you matters. Being part of your community matters. Their winning record and level of care matters. The trial attorneys at Sweet James are some of the best in the country, consistently delivering some of the top settlements in the state. Not only do we win big. So if you're injured in an accident and results matter, call a hometown firm that delivers. Call Sweet James.
Toyota Skills Challenge Tacoma giveaway winner is here. Philip Sevilla, our hero. How you doing? Tell us about what happened out there.
Thank you very much for having me. Excited to be here. Winning a car. Imagine that. Winning a car, just in general, is probably like one of the best memories or core memory I'll have in my whole life.
You worked hard with your father,
right.
A proud Filipino-American, where basketball is a very big deal. You
Yes.
came out here and you had the preparation that was necessary to achieve your goal.
When I was doing the skills challenge itself, you know, the dribbling, the passing, like the layup, the shooting, it brings me back through all the trainings I went through in my younger years back in the Philippines or even here with my dad, with my family. Who would have thought all the hours we spent on the court, it led me to this moment. It's crazy also because like at the end, after I made the last shot, I was under the rim. I was looking for someone to tell me, hey, did I win? The whole experience is crazy. It all lined up. Like we're basketball people, we're Toyota people. Now we're here. Now I have a new car.
How did you enter? I mean, how did you find Toyota? How did you guys find each other?
Honestly, I just won one of those social media contests on Instagram. So, like Toyota SoCal, I've been following them for a few years already. Shout out to Toyota SoCal. Like, you guys should really follow them. They give away a lot of great stuff.
Toyota's social media platforms, including Instagram.
Surfside, now available in limited edition Dodger cans, repping that iconic LA logo. You can find Surfside hard iced tea and lemonade at select bars and stores across Southern California. It is the perfect refreshing drink for game day with just 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. So before first pitch, grab your Dodgers can of Surfside. Surfside, official partner of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Got to be 21 or over. Please drink responsibly. It is the Petros and Money Summer Tour penultimate stop. Next week will be the finale down at the Vans headquarters. Today we are at Tarantula Hill Brewing in Thousand Oaks, and when we come to the 805 piece, somehow we managed to dig up 805 royalty.
Well, it made sense because if you come up here and it's only like a couple-minute drive from where the young man lives, the number one quarterback in California lives here in the 805, and it is Brady Smiggel. We've been watching this kid play since his freshman year. He's been starting for his dad at Newbury Park since he was a freshman. Gigantic recruit. We talked about it when he decommitted from Florida State. We knew he'd be the number one quarterback recruit in the country. He is committed verbally to the University of Michigan because you can't sign until signing day. They just won a CIF championship. And he's got one more year of high school football to do battle with, I don't know who that, I haven't looked at the schedule, maybe the Pioneers, maybe Royal High, maybe the Pumpkin of Calabasas, Westlake Warriors. I don't know who they're going to play. Probably all of them. It is Brady Smiggel on your Southern California Toyota dealer celebrity headset on the Petros and Money Show. A good friend of Trent MacLean.
There you go. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Brady. Now, Matt, when was the last time we had a young quarterback?
You hit it. We were in Downey at the Rock and Brews in Downey when DJ Uyunglele came out to see us with his father and Coach Negro.
We had LaMelo Ball.
And he was the number one recruit in the nation, went to Clemson.
LaMelo Ball was, we don't, you got to be a pretty damn good high school athlete, pretty
Absolutely.
nationally impactful to make it onto this stage, damn it all. So a guy like you, Brady, who's been, you've been around for like 4 years, which is not usual for a high school football player to have people know who they are for 4 years. You're throwing for Penn State and USC when you were 14, 15 years old. So what's it like now, a mature guy that can do interviews and all that stuff, and you got a whole year of high school football left. How are you approaching it?
No, it's great. I mean, there were options to go to other schools, and I really wanted to just come to Newbury Park. I grew up here in Newbury Park. I got to play with all my buddies. But being able to play as a freshman on varsity and just being able to have my brother with me, my dad as a head coach, was a dream come true. So really just awesome scenario.
And that is an interesting scenario, right? Because the balance of wanting to play where you grew up, wanting to play with the people you grew up with, and getting enough eyeballs on you to get the scholarship offers that you want. Those are two things that you had to spend a lot of time figuring out.
Yes, sir. I mean, I don't really believe in that. I believe if you're the guy, then they'll find you. I mean, Newbury Park, they weren't very great when my dad took over the job. So just being able to rebuild that spot and build it with guys from the 805 is really special.
So you get to do the banquet circuit last year. You get to be
CIF
champion. You get the Mr. Football Award. Kind of walk us through what's left for you to do your senior year after you accomplished so much last year.
Just take it day by day, get better every single day. I'm blessed to have Cameron Rising as my offensive coordinator. What an opportunity that I have to have him by my side, watching film with him, doing drills with him every day. So just being able to get better every day is the plan right now, and just getting ready for a game. We got one in 7 days.
No, I mean, like, literally, is there anything left for you to do? You won a CIF championship. You won Mr. Like, is there anything that you didn't do last year?
You got to go to practice tomorrow.
Well, you know what I mean, though? Is there anything that, like, you didn't accomplish that you can still achieve this year, besides another championship, another Mr.
Just
Football?
more wins.
Okay,
more wins.
Maybe a few more touchdown throws.
Yeah, a couple more.
Might be sneaking over a couple
times.
There
we go. Let's get a couple on the ground.
It is an unbelievable quarterback. You talk about Newbury Park, and it's, it's what we love to celebrate because it's a public school. So you have a great lineage of quarterbacks from Newbury Park. When I was in high school, we watched Keith Smith.
Yes, sir.
And what a star he was and going to Arizona. And then Wayne Cook, right before that, Cam Rising. And yourself, do you guys have like a secret meeting or anything like that? Have you ever been in the same room with all those guys at once? And what is it about quarterbacks in the area? Because there's no quarterback lineage from Royal High. or any place like that.
Well, you're forgetting one. We have Bengal Branson, too. He's a starter at Stanford now. He was at Oregon State. So there you go.
Well, Bengal.
No, but
that one slipped through the wickets on me. I got
to give him credit. He's a great dude as well, and he was a great football player at Newbury Park. But yeah, I mean, no, we have not had a meeting with all of us, but yeah, we all got coached by Keith Smith back when we were younger, back in high school, and then just being able to communicate with Ben and Cam and what they've gone through, just being through the process of college is a great person to have, for sure.
I'm sure a lot of people, Brady, here and listening on the radio kind of find it fascinating because recruiting, I mean, I remember we've been doing this long enough. It's coming up on our 20th year when we think, talk about the fax machines and the letter of intent. It's changed so much. What is it like being recruited now? How competitive is it even after you're committed? Kind of what's happening in that world, and how did you end up settling on Michigan now?
I mean, yeah, it's unbelievable, especially with the NIL. I was telling him earlier, I was committed to Florida State, and you just try to recruit guys, hey, come and play here, really good offense, and then you go over to Michigan, really good academics, the alumni and everything, and people really, it's hard because people really don't care about that as much anymore. They really care about their contracts and how much money they're going to get. So it's extremely hard. What was your other question?
That hits it. Whatever. I'll follow up with that because, some things happen at Michigan. Just kind of, I know you don't want to dig too deep into that, but did you go to the big house? Were you there for a game? Was there something that, what day was it? When were you there? And, what was it that solidified that's where I want to be?
Yeah, so I went there before with my twin brother and my parents. I loved it there. I just think the rich history, the alumni, the offense that they play in. Coach Lindsey, he recruited me at North Carolina, and he's taking over this year. They obviously like to run the ball, but he's more pass heavy, so I think they're going to be bringing air raid more to the offense. But just being able to go out there for the second time, bring my sisters, I really couldn't make a decision until I brought the entire family out there.
The Smiggels.
Oh, yeah.
The Smiggels. We got all 6 of us out there, and we knew pretty quickly, all
really?
6 of us there.
Just right away?
I would say 3 hours into the visit on the first day. I ended up committing when I got home. I was actually at Sushi Oaks out here in Newbury Park. Shout out Sushi Oaks.
Sushi Oaks?
Yeah, but I ended up committing there. I called Coach Moore. But yeah, we got all 6 of us out there, and I pretty much knew this was the spot.
Right.
It's interesting because you bring up the recruiting, and it's so because in college sports, regardless of what everybody's saying in the back rooms, everything up front is integrity and the truth and justice and doing the right thing. But most of these coaches are trying to get you to go back on your word to somebody else. You know, which is a very interesting thing. And when you're 17 years old and you're sitting across from a guy you've seen on TV a whole bunch who makes $10 million a year, and he says, I want you, it's not hard to say, yeah, I'm coming,
100%.
And then end up decommitting. What was it like decommitting from Florida State? How hard was that conversation? And because we talked about it on the show when it happened, how free did you feel afterwards?
I mean, yeah, it wasn't easy at all. I really love those guys over at Florida State, and it just wasn't the fit for me anymore. I don't regret anything. I think that was the right spot for me at the time, but they were struggling. A lot of my class, I was one of the last guys in my 2026 class that stayed committed. I really wanted to end up going there, and it just ended up not working out. I had a really good relationship with them. They were recruiting me since I was a freshman in high school, so that wasn't an easy phone call at all. But being able to open my recruitment back up after a good junior year, definitely opening for sure.
At least you made the call and didn't just tweet it out and wait for him to wake up and see it.
I had to FaceTime him. I had to
like
make
a man.
Sure.
Yeah, like a man.
My dad wouldn't let me do that. I had to make sure to call him.
Now, Shane Rosenthal is the guy we were talking about during the break. He did everything for you guys, returning and catching the ball, and he's at UCLA.
Yes, sir.
And you're still at Newbury Park. How do you replace that guy? Have you guys reloaded with skill position? And who do you open up against? Like you said, it's 7 days.
Yeah, you can't replace Shane. Shane is a guy that you're never going to see around here ever again, I don't believe. And I think he breaks all the records for California receiving in pretty much every single aspect. So replacing him is impossible. I do think we have a really good receiver crew. A lot of guys that are coming in, a lot of transfers that are really good, really smart guys. They do have to sit 5 games, which is going to be hard for us.
No!
A little adversity for us, which
so
will
wait
be
a minute.
good for us.
Who's playing receiver in the first 5 games?
A lot of tight ends, a lot of 12 personnel running the ball, just like what my dad wants.
Oh, how beautiful!
O-line head coach, wants to run the ball.
So who do you guys open up against?
Long Beach Milliken. We were taking the road
trip.
Rams. Yes.
They won the Moore League. They're good. That was my very first.
Up here, down there.
We are going to Long Beach.
Oh, God.
That was my very first high school game ever. Was
it really?
At Long Beach Milliken.
That was fun last year.
Yeah, the Rams.
Yes.
And they ended up being a really good football team.
They weren't very good when we played them, but they end up being good later in the year.
Well, that's what football's all about.
Of course, you
grow
got to get better.
as the season goes on. So
I got one last one from me, P, if you don't mind.
Please.
I could be walking into it here, but I'm assuming, Brady, have you done the Manning Passing Academy?
I haven't yet. I do plan on going next year.
All right, there we go. So I said I was going to walk into it because obviously that's got to be a really cool experience. Well, good luck with that then.
Thank you.
That's it.
the most well-spoken high school athlete we have ever talked to.
That's the truth.
And he's only, I mean, you know, it's not like he's 25, you know, he's like 18. You're going to be 19 when you graduate, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then he'll be under center at Michigan.
Oh, Michigan man.
Slapping the Go Blue sign, which will be pretty sweet. If there's one thing left, and you're going to be an early entry there, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
you're going to leave in the
January.
spring. So he's only got 3 months left here in the 805. If there's one thing you're looking most forward to for your last semester in high school and your last go-round, what is it, Brady?
Yeah, just enjoying it with my dad. I mean, obviously, it's a dream come true to have him as my head coach. He's been my head coach for all 3 sports in my entire life. Yeah, he loves it. You could say he's a control freak a little bit, but he wants to do it. And he's a great coach. He does a really good job, and we have a wonderful staff. So just being able to do one last round, we got 3 or 4 months until I go out to Michigan. So just enjoying it with him, enjoying it with my mom, and just taking it all in.
The Smiggels and the Smiggel sisters.
What are the 3 sports? Is it what, squash, lacrosse, and
Yeah,
football?
yeah.
That's what it is. Okay, cool. That's great.
He's a hoopster like Trent MacLean.
Yes.
Exactly.
The one and only Brady Smiggel, everybody.
All right,
what
thank
a
you.
wonderful young man. We wish
Hit
him
it.
luck and health
Hit anything you want, Brady.
and a
Hit the
fabulous
button.
senior year at Newberry Park. Let's
You're
go
all fanfare.
Panthers.
Love it.
We are the Panthers, right?
Uh-oh.
We're the Panthers at Newberry Park, right? It's the Thousand Oaks Lancers, Cal Kingsmen, Royal High Highlanders or the Scots, Simi Valley Pioneers, Calabasas Pumpkinheads. It's all of it, right?
Westlake.
Westlake Warriors.
There you go.
And Oaks Christian.
Warriors big.
Death Crusade
Crusaders,
Lions.
yeah.
Yes. God bless you all. We'll be right back.
All right.
We got 2 more hours of great sports talk
Thank you, Brady.
live from Tarantula Hill in beautiful town.
Fernando Valenzuela is a hero to us all in the Latino community and the world. Fernando Valenzuela for me meant that dreams can come true, and if you work hard at something and do things right on the field as well as off the field, that you could persevere. I think what public art does is it really humanizes the built environment and allows space and creates space for people to be able to interact with the work and sometimes see themselves in the murals. I think that a mural can transcend space and community, bridging art and culture together. I hope that this mural evokes feelings of representation, of unity, and also showing that with a player like Fernando Valenzuela here wearing his Mexican Heritage Night jersey, that it shows that Mexican Heritage Night is not just one night here at Dodger Stadium, but every night. The journey to create this mural has been truly inspirational. You know, there was like a dialogue with Fernando for me as I was creating this mural, and to see it finally come to fruition and really have a presence here at the stadium permanently is really beautiful to see. Fernando Valenzuela has been an important part of our culture here in the city, and people all over the world are going to come here to Dodger Stadium to see this mural and really learn more about who he was, not only as a player, but also the world-class person that he was off the field. LA loves Fernando Valenzuela.
It's going on now. Toyota's Summer Drive Sales Event. Time to drive home a powerful new Tacoma with its awesome torque, its impressive towing capacity, and its exceptional class-leading fuel economy. Right now, you can lease a tough new Tacoma 4x4 for just $299 a month. Only $299 a month. But hurry, Toyota's Summer Drive sales event ends soon. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
In Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Big stage.
When you want to talk LA sports, it's always been us.
Oh, baby.
With Dan Patrick at 6 a.m., Colin Cowherd at 9, Fred Rogan and Rodney Peete at noon, and Petros and Money at 3.
Go to the iHeartRadio app.
Nobody covers Los Angeles like us. Listen anywhere you are by telling your smart device, play AM 570 LA Sports on the iHeartRadio app.
It's right here.
The home of the Dodgers.
If you've been hurt in an accident, who you choose to represent you matters. Being part of your community matters. Their winning record and level of care matters. The trial attorneys at Sweet James are some of the best in the country, consistently delivering some of the top settlements in the state. Not only do we win big. So if you're injured in an accident and results matter, call a hometown firm that delivers. Call Sweet James.
Hey, what's up? It's Tim Cates. I'm here at Tarantula Hill Brewing. Got a great crowd on hand. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Thanks for watching on Instagram. Thanks for watching on Facebook. Thanks for watching on X, all the platforms. We really appreciate you watching. Stop number 5 of the Petros and Money Summer Tour. We're here at Tarantula Hill in Thousand Oaks. We're here until 6 o'clock. Come on by, enjoy great food, great beer, and great sports talk until 6 o'clock. And make sure you stay between 6 and 7 for Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck as the Dodgers get ready to take on the Padres. What a great guy, Brady Smiggel from Newbury Park High School. Awesome to have him. 5-star recruit going to Michigan. How is it that he has to go to Michigan to play? UCLA and USC, not even in the picture as far as recruiting. We got Don MacLean's here. A great afternoon here in Thousand Oaks. Thanks for being with us. Again, stop number 6, the final one of the Petros and Money Summer Tour is coming up next Friday, the 22nd at Vans in Costa Mesa. Vans headquarters, Costa Mesa, a week from today in Costa Mesa. Make sure you are there for all the great prizes and a chance to win the Vans shoes. Come on out. It's going to be a great time. Look forward to seeing everybody out there. Still got time to get out here to Tarantula Hill. Enjoy the afternoon, everybody. What?
Doug. Here, stop the show real quick. Stop the show. Sorry, Ronnie. What's the matter now?
We are our team who supports us so brilliantly.
Digital Doug?
Digital Doug is looking at us going, "Wow! Yow!"
What's going on, Doug? You been drinking, Doug?
Yeah, he's got a little something going there.
They got a full bar here now.
Well, that's what I think. I think he's got a screwdriver over there.
All right, sorry. You could. This guy wants a shout out for Cal and Top Dog. There you go, sir. Am I pleased to see you, or did I just put a canoe in my pocket?
Gong Me Ukes, Petros and Money, AM 570 LA Sports, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app, making our way until 6 p.m. We'll go to Dodgers on deck and then the Galpin Motors broadcast booth. Dodgers v. Padres, 7-10 first pitch, a huge series. We've been giving away tickets already here in our first hour. We're here for 2 more hours, an hour 45. Before we turn it over to Tim Cates and company. He'll do Dodgers on deck from here at Tarantula Hill Brewing. That's where we are. It is the 5th of 6 tour stops on our 2025 summer campaign. Could not be more excited to be. The place is really filling in.
Yeah, every time that we do a summer tour event, I get here an hour or plus early. I sit here and stare at the empty seats and fret that no one is going to show up.
That we're failures.
And every single time, everybody shows up. And I feel stupid for worrying about it. But here we are, and everybody is here. And a big thank you to Brady Smiggel. What a nice kid.
Yeah, that was great.
A well-spoken young man and a great high school quarterback that we're all going to see playing college football, probably pro football, for years and years to come. And you could say, I saw him at Tarantula Hill Brewing Company. Now, what prizes do we have left to give away on this Frogman Friday, Matt?
Well,
we've done some damage here in the first hour.
You know what a control freak I am, P. So it took me a moment. I had to take some deep breaths, and I had to release because of how poorly I performed at Brewery X in Anaheim on Wednesday. I released control of the prize giveaways to our team. So the team is now doing it.
I was not aware that you performed poorly. What?
I don't know if you remember. I kept having tickets to. Someone was in the bathroom. I got
that's
yelled
not
at.
your fault, man. I mean, that's circumstance.
Yeah, I felt like, I'm the guy with the microphone in my hand and the tickets, and I was the one that was pulling those numbers.
So you have relinquished your responsibility?
I did, and I've just been making my way around, chatting with the people. Turns out that's a lot more pleasant than reading tickets and having 99.9% of the place angry at you.
Well, you get
one
the
person
attention,
very
though.
happy.
You get that moment of attention.
Yeah, I like that.
You get a lot of control.
I like it. But I have relinquished it. I have turned it over, and our promotions crew is doing a bang-up job. What have we've given away? I believe 2 pair of Dodger tickets already, and that's it. And a $100 gift card to Wild Fork. Thank you to Marcia from Wild Fork. So whoever won it just screamed. So they must be very excited because everybody loves Wild Fork. They got locations out this way in Valencia by UP and Manhattan Beach, Huntington Beach, Long Beach, all over. So thank you to Marcia for that, and to Barry from Wednesday for giving us those tickets, and today to the Dodgers. So there we go.
Barry's Tickets and Surfside Vodka, Wild Fork, Sweet James, and Toyota. Great sponsors. Are you ready for more great sports talk?
Great sports talk.
You distracted crowd of drunks. If you're going to be drinking, I want to drink too. Somebody bring me one of them hazy liquid candy IPA.
He's got you.
We will have the one and only Don MacLean on in the very next segment, our BFF. And he hasn't been on with us in like a month because it's his off season. And his hair, Don MacLean's hair, is stylishly long.
Good. It looks good.
I mean, a couple more months and it's going to be as long as Brooke MacLean's. And Tim Cates is serving beers like a waiter. Look at him.
Think about Tim Cates on Wednesday. He's the shuttle driver for Gooby. He goes and picks him up at the Big A and takes him back. Today, he meets Don MacLean in the parking lot to make sure he can secure parking safely and escort Don MacLean in. And now he's delivering drinks to his table. I mean, he's what a producer. Who wouldn't want to come on this show with a producer like that?
I saw him serving like popcorn chicken to Brady Smiggel.
He was throwing them into his mouth. It was beautiful. Whatever you want, Tim Cates is going to take care of you.
A big thank you to Brady and his girlfriend Taylor and everybody involved, the good people at Newbury Park, for sending him down here.
Was that his dad that was at the table?
No, that's an old LAPD guy. Security.
Gotcha.
His dad is an old O-lineman, big guy, and his father played in Arizona, but right after Keith Smith was there, or right before. So he was like a coach there when Keith Smith, the great Newbury Park quarterback, was at Arizona. So Newbury Park to Arizona lineage for both those guys. All right, it is time for the word of the day.
He heard me with his words.
The word of the day.
Today's word of the day is legendary. This Sunday marks a historic day in Dodger history. Bigger than Kirk Gibson's walk-off home run in the '88 World Series. Bigger.
What?
Than Koufax's perfect game in '65. Bigger than Kershaw's no-hitter in '14. Bigger than the Dodgers signing Ohtani in free agency in '23. Bigger than all the championships the Dodgers have ever won.
What?
Combined.
What?
Matt, this Sunday, August 17th, marks the 3-year anniversary of David Vassegh breaking his wrist, going down the Brewers' slide. In case you missed it, 3 years ago, the Dodgers were on the road against the Brewers. Vassegh, on television that night, really wanted to go down the slide at the American Family Field in Milwaukee. going down this monstrous slide. Vassegh caught momentum inexplicably, like the last 10 meters of a 40 run by Sultan McCullough. He caught momentum and slammed straight into the wall, fracturing his wrist in 2 spots, requiring wrist surgery and cracking 6 ribs. That did not stop David Vassegh from doing what he loves to do, however, making a fool of himself, as he was able to sideline report that game in a cast and on pain medication. The news was so big that it was reported on ESPN, the New York Times, and MLB.com. Here is the audio of that fateful crash.
Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap!
One more time, please.
Yes.
Thank you, Ronnie. Perfect.
Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap!
It still hurts to hear when you know how much damage it did.
I still contend there was a saboteur involved.
What?
I
You
still,
think they greased it up?
Yes.
You think they greased
I think
up the slide?
I think they went to the Pet Boys, got some turtle wax, and they waxed that thing to the bejesus
I'd
bells.
have a tendency to believe you, Matt. However, I know for a fact that like 8, and look at the photo, the old photo of Vassegh. Look at that production on the stream. Unbelievable wacko. The production on the stream. We're live on X, on Facebook, and on YouTube right now. But the whole TV crew went down.
Right.
Before and after him, like it was a whole, like we're all, and he's the only one they shot because he's on-air talent going down, so they could do it. So, like, and no one else got hurt.
It's inexplicable how fast he was going and how hard he crashed into that wall.
You think somebody Crisco'd up the bottom of that
I think
slide?
so. Maybe it was just like a quick spray of Pam. They had some Pam, and they just kind of knocked it out as he was getting ready to go down. Something happened.
Here's
it does
my
not
number.
make sense. All right, your number of the day is 1. Number of the day is 1. I would assume we have sports gambling folks in here, despite the fact that California is not caught up with the times.
As long
made
as
it legal here.
Smiggel's gone, I don't want you talking gambling in front of that young quarterback.
Well, it is finally the professional leagues and states in general are trying to put this thing in check. You know I'm all for sports gaming. You want revenue. We need money. Stop taking it from me and take it from the sports books. Hundreds of millions of dollars in taxable dollars every year could be ours here in California. The proliferation of sports gambling, though, P, some say, has unintentional consequences. Others would say, obviously this happened. What are you, stupid?
Yeah, you'd be pretty stupid to think that it wouldn't happen. All the apps look all colorful and like you're buying candy in the store, brother.
With the release of
Liquid candy, IPA.
Oh, it looks delicious. With the release of the NBA schedule, the NBA reportedly, after having 3 players now, one banned, Jonte Porter, who took himself out of games so he would hit unders. 2 others, Terry Rozier and Malik Beasley, are under investigation. In the case of Rozier, a big bet made on unders that he hit all 3, a $2,700 parlay for $13,000.
Whoa, he hit 3 unders?
He hit 3 unders in the same game and one better bet. $2,700 on that parlay to make $13,000.
I'm not going to rebound. I'm not going to shoot.
I'm not going to dish.
I'm not going to play any D.
Malik Beasley, same, under 2.5 rebounds, was so bet so heavy before the game that it shifted the odds from plus 120 to minus 250. Beasley was about to sign a $42 million guaranteed contract over 3 years before the investigation. He is still not signed, not the brightest bulb on the tree, but the NBA.
What makes you think that? His dalliance with Larsa Pippen?
That was another good one while his wife was pregnant, right? If I remember. However, P, the NBA wants.
Just a new mother.
The NBA has asked sports books to eliminate prop players on two-way players, the guys that are called up for just a 10-day or something like that and then sent back down. They want them out of the sports book because they're not making millions of dollars, and that's where they have seen some of this odd activity.
What's next? They're going to remove UNLV again?
Close. The states of Ohio and New Jersey have requested the sports books eliminate micro bets. Remember the Cleveland pitchers that threw balls on their first pitch? That's called a micro bet. They want them to get rid of those so we can keep integrity in our professional sports. Both stories breaking today.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Ronnie!
This is the song of the day.
Ta-da!
Albion Hill is our song of the day from a band called the Tropical Rhythms. A nice, easygoing island vibe that fits our format well.
When we came out in those navies, you knew what time it was.
One of the great distinctive looks in pro football history.
There is gold everywhere in the stadium.
Charger fans are witnesses to history!
The lightning bolters going to a big show. They are supercharged up.
Humphreys has a man marked. Touchdown!
The Chargers have it in all blue tonight. That's navy blue.
Clean, simple, strong. A great place in my heart for vintage Chargers.
The redecorated Chargers have become a power to be reckoned with.
And the Charger fans wave their gold banners
with pure bone-jarring power.
There's that Charger power we've been talking about.
The 20, the 10, the 5, the 7.
It's Charger power. That's what it is. Charger power pays off tonight. He's going for Jefferson. He's got it. It's Charger power.
Always something special about the Chargers uniform.
Because, everybody was screaming for the powder blue anyway.
Everybody.
Powder blue.
I think that'd be a really clean look.
Bangers of uniforms.
Absolutely beautiful.
Don't let the powder blues fool you.
If you've been hurt in an accident, who you choose to represent you matters. Being part of your community matters. Their winning record and level of care matters. The trial attorneys at Sweet James are some of the best in the country, consistently delivering some of the top settlements in the state. Not only do we win big. So if you're injured in an accident and results matter, call a hometown firm that delivers. Call Sweet James.
In Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Big stage.
When you want to talk LA sports, it's always been us.
Oh, baby.
With Dan Patrick at 6 a.m., Colin Cowherd at 9, Fred Rogan and Rodney Pete at noon, and Petros and Money at 3.
Go to the iHeartRadio app.
Nobody covers Los Angeles like us. Listen anywhere you are by telling your smart device, play AM 570 LA Sports on the iHeartRadio app.
It's right here.
The home of the Dodgers.
We're gonna knock out some burgers, some frozen burgers, in about 10 minutes using some beer and simple rub. Let me show you how. Get some frozen burgers from any grocery store. Get them right out of the pack. And let me show you how to make it actually. Right? I just go ahead and put these burgers directly onto the grill. It's a very quick way to make burgers and make them taste great. The beer does amazing things to it. Right? So this is ready to go. Put some cheese on it. Let it melt a little bit. Take it off the grill and munch on it. Alright, it's been a few minutes now, about 5-6 minutes. You can open it up, come shake it out. See right there's a little blood? Now it's time to flip it over. Once you flip it over, we'll just show you how to do one. Put some more beer on the other side. Okay. Put some more rub on it. And wait until you get some more blood. Alright, the cheese is on there, they're melted. Then take it off the grill, put in the buns, put some lettuce on it, some tomatoes, and some mustard and ketchup. If you want that, you're good to go. It's a quick 10-15 minute, get frozen burgers. You got a big party, you got a kids party at the house, whatever the case is, throw them on there, get some beer, get some rub, get some cheese, you're ready to go. Hope you guys try it out. I want to send a shout out to Tim out of the Irvine area who tried that fish basket combo we had the other day. It came out awesome. Hope you guys try it out and let us know what you think. All right? Have a good one.
Need cash fast and tired of being crushed by debt? Let our friends at Longmar help you out. turn your car into cash and keep driving it with an auto title loan from Longmark. You can get $2,500 to $10,000 or more cash the same day. Even if you have no credit or bad credit, you can still qualify. All it takes is your paid off or almost paid off vehicle as a form of guarantee. Any car, any year, it doesn't matter. To get started, submit your info and instantly find out how much cash you can get with a super easy process. Longmark is so fast and easy, I will recommend them to my family. So if you're going through an emergency and need cash today, let my friends at Longmark help you out.
1-800-LONEMARK.
Third tour stop in 7 days. We have been working. Pack Mules, the Petros and Money Show are this time of year.
It is hard, man.
244.
You know what it's like standing up here at Target?
Might as well be climbing that Tarantula Hill to the northwest.
Shoeless.
Fifth stop of the PMS Summer Tours here at Tarantula Hill Brewing, 244 Thousand Oaks Boulevard. A big thank you to our sponsor, Surfside Vodka. Surfside Lemonade and Vodka, Iced Tea and Vodka, and Surfside Iced Tea, Lemonade, and Vodka. Also Barry's Tickets, Wild Fork Foods, Sweet James Bergener, a host of others. A huge thank you to all of them, and we'd love to see each and every one of you. We're still here for another hour and a half.
Joining us right now on your Southern California Toyota dealer
Got the bougie
celebrity
glass, man.
hotline. Quite simply, the BFF of the Petros and Money Show. We have leaned on this man for not only basketball perspective, but the perspective of a professional athlete, the perspective of somebody celebrated from a young age, whose career came to fruition. 10 years in the NBA, decorated as the most improved player, the leading scorer in the history, the storied history of the greatest NCAA basketball program of all time.
That's right, go ahead.
UCLA, a hero here in the Conejo Valley, at a Simi Valley High. Let's go Pioneers. The statue in Lemon Park remains to commemorate him. They're never going to build a statue of us, no matter how many shows we do here at Tarantula Hill. That's true. You see him now on television, on the Big Ten Network, putting in big work at CAA, a giant part of the Los Angeles sports media for quite some time, and a great asset and friend of the Petros and Money Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Don MacLean on your Southern California Toyota dealer celebrity headset. Don, you're looking, you're looking relaxed,
refreshed,
looking vacationed.
It's funny that you mentioned my hair earlier because and I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but I was supposed to get my hair cut earlier today.
We've talked very little over the years about your hair.
I have a female barber.
Okay.
Not a female hairstylist,
Right.
a female barber, which I think is a little unique.
Uh-huh.
My friend Jeff Andrews down there goes to the same girl.
Oh, look at that haircut on Jeff, too. High
And by the way, thanks to all our friends for coming out. They're big fans of the show.
Oh,
and
Appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. Oh, look at that. McLean table, VIP table. Love it.
What's funny about that, Matt, is like you, I think, in fact, I know, when you get to this point in your life and your kids start going, you don't need much of an excuse to get together for a happy hour.
That is absolutely true.
So
no
Brooke
responsibility.
sent it out that I was coming on the show, and like all the people came.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Well,
We
it's
love it.
good. It's good that we can have some people that are interested in the show.
MVP wife right there.
And everybody knows Brooke McLean, one of the most influential people on either side of the 101 here in the Conejo Valley. Now, Don, you do have generally more time off in the summer, but you're doing something interesting with CAA. I think you could talk about it.
Yeah.
Usually you get guys ready for the draft, and it's been a big part of the topics of conversation on our show, maybe for the last decade, because they're all lottery picks or guys that go in the first round at least. What's up with what you just did this month with the NIL guys? That's a whole different world.
Well, it is and it isn't. We started probably a couple years ago where this NIL world that we all live in college sports has become, for the agency I work for, CAA, the recruiting starts a lot earlier now. It starts all the way in high school now. So normally I do the draft. We're done usually around June 20th or so, but now there's a demand to bring more kids out. They have the money now because of NIL to pay for flights, hotel, car, me, the Proactive Sports Performance where we do all our stuff at, which, by the way, Brady Smiggel, I see him all the time. He's at Proactive all the time.
Working hard.
Yeah, great kid. And so the demand has become that we need to start earlier. And so during the course of our pre-draft, there are NIL kids that come in, and we mix them in with the guys we have that are in the draft. But there's even more now where guys want to come back. So this week we had a camp. We had 7 guys, 3 high school kids, 4 college kids that, we've identified that we would like to represent at some point. And it's important to get them in and get them, used to what we do, but also seeing the facility that we work out, which is state of the art. And so it's just more now. Normally by June 20th, you don't see me again until April, but now it's just more. Yeah.
I was talking. I think he's still out there. Ben, you still there? Yeah, there's Ben. I think at the table. He went to high school out here in Simi, and he was telling me when he was a young boy, he would be dribbling around the court when you were the big to-do in Simi. He's like, when Don was at Simi, it was like the entire city knew when there were basketball games.
It's like when OJ was at Galileo.
He said they would pack the arena. What do you have is there one memory that stands out ahead of some others of your high school years?
Well, in that vein, so back then, we were pretty good when let me back up. Back then, Simi was a 3-year high school. So it was only 10th, 11th, 12th.
Yeah, same with Royal High.
Yeah.
We had the reunion at the Tipsy Goat, and everybody's like, when we were our first year in 10th grade.
Yeah.
It's like, that's some weird LA City type of stuff.
Yeah. And so we were pretty good right from the start, our sophomore year. But by our senior year, for all games, including playoff games, they had to get a lottery system for tickets because there was so many people. And I remember it, and I still have this and I said this at a thing. I went out there for something and I spoke, whatever. But this one image I have, and if you've been to Simi High School, you know there's the gym and then there's a big quad right in front of it. That if you go straight from the gym through the quad, you'll be at the front of the school. We had a state playoff game against Manual Arts.
Oh, Manny Arts.
I was in the east parking lot, parked and walking down the steps. And this was like 2 hours before the game. And there was a line from the gym all the way out to the front parking lot. People waiting
for a high school playoff game.
For a high school playoff
Was
game.
that McLean versus Polee?
No, Polee's older than me.
I can picture like a bunch of old men too, like in the quad trying to peek in that door that could not get in, that didn't win the lottery.
Yeah, it
what
was
an
fun.
experience.
I'll tell you, we had a lot. That back then, Simi was a much smaller, had more of it. Not that Simi's not great now, but it had more of a community feel. It wasn't as big. It hadn't been expanded as much, and so we were like the Friday Night Lights of Simi, our basketball team, and the fan support was incredible.
There's always off-season Laker talk.
Yeah.
There's always something to get into. It feels like what we thought was going to happen when the Lakers traded for Luka Doncic is happening.
Yeah.
They're shifting their entire franchise towards putting all the eggs in his basket.
And he got in shape.
How about that?
And he lost like 30 pounds in a week. They must be pretty sad in Dallas. and they committed to him in many ways, and they even took him to see the Backstreet Boys. You're a guy that understands egos in the sport and wanting attention and wanting to be the number one guy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it was that glaring the way it happened juxtaposed with LeBron, or are you surprised that it happened like that? Or do you think it's just the natural kind of progression?
The thing I wonder about, and obviously they would probably never talk about this or admit this, is are they resigned to the fact that they're probably not going to win now? But LeBron has been so great for so long that we can't push him out, probably can't trade him because of his contract. So, but we have to gear up for what's next and try and build around Luka, and I think that's what they're doing. I think they understand that, like, okay, we're making it seem like Luka's the guy. LeBron's still here, and LeBron's still LeBron. But you have to. These things don't happen in 1 year, 2 year windows. They happen in 5 and 6 year windows, and so they have to. If they're ever going to win again, it's going to start probably in 2 or 3 years.
How does a guy get that? I mean, when Luka showed up in February, he was fat.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't out of shape. He looked like a guy that had been hurt for 8 months and hadn't lifted a weight or run a sprint. I mean, to what he looks like now, I mean, you work with these guys.
Yeah.
What does a team look like that's able to do that in that short amount of time? I mean, it was a month.
Well,
it was a month.
It's mostly diet, and we heard that stuff coming out of Dallas, that he liked his beers and he liked eating and doing all the stuff.
What do you mean?
And I'm sure he cut that out. But here's what I wonder, Matt, and I'm being serious. I wonder if he's going to be as good, because everybody's been saying he's never been in shape. But that's almost been the beauty of him. He is. Have you ever seen him in person?
He's big.
He's so big and so heavy that defenders bounce off him and they can't get around him and all that stuff. And now he's lighter. Will he get pushed off his spots? Will he still be able to make those shots because he's not getting the separation that he got with all that heaviness that he had? It's going to be interesting to see what he looks like when we first see him play in the preseason.
They needed a big. It was so bad that they ended up playing, their 5 the entire second half of a game that probably, solidified them losing that opening round series against Minnesota. So they go out and get Ayton, a guy you know well from calling all those Pac-12 games. Like, what's happened with Ayton, in that same draft as Luka, he goes number 1. What's kind of gone wrong for him, and what might they have found that they can make go right?
I think Ayton was allowed, because remember, when he went to Phoenix, they weren't very good. And then he goes to Portland, they're rebuilding. He's never been challenged to be part of a championship team. He has all the talent in the world. He really does. But I don't think he's gotten close to maximizing it. But I don't think he's ever been in a situation where, look, we have to have you do this.
Right.
And I think if they get the best out of Ayton, I think the Lakers are going to be much better than people think this year, like much better. But that's always been kind of his MO. He's always been the big, strong, athletic guy that just dunked on everybody all the time. And now he actually has to play because he's playing against similar players. But I think he can do it. And I think if LeBron has an effect on him, which LeBron does have an effect on players he's playing with, and they get the best out of Ayton, they're going to be pretty good.
Well, I think people forget. I only did one of his games, but it was Arizona Stanford, and he just wrecked shop. It was like a 30-20 game. Yeah. So is that just jumping level? Is he lazy? Because that's kind of what the knock on him was in Portland. And I think that's what you're talking about, right? The LeBron effect.
Yeah. When you're allowed to not maximize your talent and your skill and your measurables, you probably won't. Some guys will, but some guys won't. And that's what I'm saying. I think if LeBron and Luka challenge him, look, we need you to be that guy, and he is, look out.
I just got a text on the Secret Textoso line.
The Secret Textoso line.
Brought to you by your SoCal Toyota dealers. We make it easy.
That says, let Matt handle the interview. Keep pounding those candy IPAs with your twitchy eyes. I'm watching on YouTube. That's for you, sir.
I will say this, P. These
beer.
liquid candies are big around here.
Yeah, it's a great.
There's a lot of restaurants that carry these now.
Oh, this is one of the great breweries in the history of the 805.
Yeah.
I mean, can't even question.
It's not like there's a ton of them, but yeah.
Well, you get the Tipsy Gourd right across the street.
Not a brewery.
No, but they have beer.
That's a dump. That's a whole
wait till
dump.
they start playing music at 10:30 and all the Thousand Oaks kids start doing the kid and play dance. Anyway, the great Don MacLean is our guest. Now, Don, when is it too early to talk college basketball? Because I don't know when you start looking, but what can we – I mean –
I've told you, P. You know when I start looking.
When the year is over, when the year gets going – and then the year is over, we really miss Mick Cronin on our show. We miss being able to talk about how angry he is or whether or not he's coming on. You know, we know they lost the kid to Michigan, the big, tall Spanish kid.
Mara.
Yeah, but what's UCLA going to be like this year?
I think they're going to be good. I'm actually going to their last practice. So every school gets 8 weeks in the summer to practice or individual skill, whatever you want to do. Their last practice is on the 27th, and I'm going to go to see all these new guys. And to answer your question, I used to start earlier when I knew, before the portal really became a thing, like you kind of knew teams, and so I
used to go to spring football.
Yeah, and so now I just wait.
It.
I wait until all that stuff's done, but typically I don't start looking until after Labor Day. That's when I'll start kind of ramping it up and seeing what everyone's got.
Here's what I want to know before you go, Don.
I'll ask you that.
What?
About college after. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to go hard on it.
Petros mentioned it when you came on. You look refreshed. You look relaxed. You had a vacation. When Don MacLean goes to a tropical paradise and you travel near the equator, are you a guy that kind of gets up early, lathers up with some sunscreen, and just are you kicking it all day, just doing nothing? I don't want to do a damn thing. I'm going to lay here, and I'm just going to relax, unplug, lather it up.
Pretty much.
Because you got some color to you. That's why I'm wondering. You look like a guy that's been in the sun.
Yeah, I look at it this way, Matt. I expended some energy and got some exercise going from my lounge chair, swimming to the swim-up bar.
That's right.
A little wet bar.
Yeah, that's like 15 strokes right there,
man. It turns out I like sitting in the water while drinking at the bar.
Oh, that's a great thing.
Like that.
As long as the water's not too hot. If you're in a jacuzzi and you drink a little too much.
Yeah.
Some people have died that way in Mexico.
Certainly. Yeah.
And then it's hard to get the body back. Don MacLean, everybody. There's
Viking
nobody
funeral.
better. Show him some love. Go light a candle at his beautiful statue in Lemon Park where he's shooting the mid-range. A true icon of the Conejo Valley. A great person. And don't you dare try to approach him here when he goes down. He is surly and angry. He doesn't want to take a picture. He doesn't want to be friends. And he's likely to act like he's on the phone, even though he's not. He would rather have a fake conversation into a phone that's off than have one with you.
Know me too well, P. I'm kidding.
And the great Brooke MacLean, who is the PR arm of the MacLean family.
Certainly.
We'll be right back. Oh, God. Before we let you go.
What?
Ronnie, kill the music. Sorry. How's Trent doing at St. Mary's?
He's leaving Sunday, you speak of Brooke MacLean, and Sunday morning's going to be a long morning at the MacLean house.
Yeah.
But he went for 6 weeks, came back, and now he's going back Sunday. So
all right.
we'll
but,
see.
It's better than not going to Morgantown, at least.
All our friends, what I said earlier, most of these people, in fact, all these people really.
Empty nesters.
All have kids going to college.
Yeah, I mean, just
like soon.
Well,
if his roommate.
The Andrews just dropped off their daughter at Georgia.
Oh, really?
Good Lord.
There you go. How much furniture did you have to build? Did you get those Allen wrenches out? Oh, I got to put together these things to raise the bed so she can store suitcases underneath.
At least he's not in West Virginia with a roommate whose eyes are so close he looks like a cyclops. St. Mary's is much more cosmopolitan
yes.
in Moraga there. Thank you, Ronnie. Sorry about that. And we shall return on the Petros and Money Show on AM 570 LA Sports. Your home of the Dodgers. Dodgers, Padres tonight. Matt's freaking out about what might happen.
Hit the guy, man, right between the numbers.
We'll ask Jonas Knox about it next.
Exactly right, Don?
It with an auto title loan from Longmark, you can get $2,500 to $10,000 or more cash the same day. Even if you have no credit or bad credit, you can still qualify. All it takes is your paid off or almost paid off vehicle as a form of guarantee. Any car, any year, it doesn't matter. To get started, submit your info and instantly find out how much cash you can get with a super easy process. Longmark is so fast and easy. I will recommend them to my family. So if you're going through an emergency and need cash today, let my friends at Longmark help you out.
1-800-LONEMARK.
It's the one and only Petros and Money Show on AM 570 LA Sports, your home of the Dodgers.
Frogman.
A blood feud in Fair Verona where we lay our scene tonight between the Dodgers and the Padres. Star-crossed teams take flight against each other. Matt with a very passionate call in the first hour of the show for beanballs and back shots.
And Don MacLean supports me.
Don MacLean.
He supports
that level of violence. A big thank you to Don MacLean. A big thank you to Brady Smiggel for joining the show. We still will talk to Jonas Knox, our friend from Fox Sports Radio.
Also fresh off a vacation. We're doing our third tour stop in 7 days.
I know he's off a vacation. I had to talk to Anthony Gargano on Wednesday.
He's back from Hawaii.
You know what it's like on Wednesday morning, and Gargano's like, hey, the Dodgers are losing. What do you say? Hey, brother. Thanks a lot, Jonas. Actually, he's a wonderful guy. But thank you, everybody, for being here. Is everybody getting there? Even though Matt has it's so hard for him to let go of power.
It really is.
But even like Jerry Jones, that's how Matt is. I
love the soap opera.
Even though Matt has let go of the prize giving away, have we still given away all our prizes? Everything's going good. All right?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, and we're streaming.
Social Matt is nodding his head. Yeah, we're streaming on YouTube. We're streaming on Twitter. We're streaming on Facebook. So all AM 570 LA Sports. If you can't make it out here, we've got less than an hour. We've got about 50 minutes left in our broadcast, but Cates is going to do Dodgers on Deck from here. Come out and see the beautiful MacLean party. All of his friends support him.
The MacLean party is well heeled.
I couldn't rally
You don't
that
see
many
that
people.
kind of crowd at the Tipsy Goat, Matt.
You don't see that kind of crowd for people coming out to see me.
Well,
if the wife tried to put something together, I might get half of that.
I remember some time ago, we had a party somewhere in Orange County, and I can't even remember where it was. It was so long ago, and we were early in our show. And it was like a lounge almost. And you had a lot of people show up.
That was way back then.
They showed up late.
Yeah.
And then left with you. But I did say, like, wow.
He's got a lot of friends.
Matt's got a lot of friends.
They're all gone.
Because I don't have any. As you know, Matt, I had a hard time trying to find friends for a long time. And very awkward.
I definitely have friends.
I got these guys.
Time to meet my friends.
Are you doing karaoke anytime soon? That guy asked me if I was still a real Trojan.
Mark?
And I didn't know how to answer. I didn't know what to say.
It's a good question.
Are you still a real Trojan? Do you love them? And I want to give a shout out to Simi Valley football tonight. Simi Valley High football. The Pioneers are playing their opening game tonight.
Tonight?
That's the grandfather of their starting center. And despite my differences with Jim Bankert, their coach, I do want to wish the Pioneers luck. Tonight they play Spanish Hills, a team out of Reno. And that's a tough, that's like playing a team from Rialto. They're tough, like Ronnie Lott.
Reno tough.
Came out of Reno.
They're Reno tough.
Came out of Rialto. I don't know about the guys out of Reno. So we'll see what happens. But good luck to the Simi Valley Pioneers. God bless you guys. And we'll be back. We're going to talk to Jonas Knox. We'll do our final hour of the show here at Tarantula Hill.
Live from Dodger Stadium will join us.
He'll have the latest. And then Tim Cates, I think we'll have a packed crowd from Morongo Casino, Dodgers on deck.
No doubt.
Because it was real desolate when we left Brewing X, Matt. I mean, he was like Matt Damon in that movie on Mars. Cates was alone.
It was a Wednesday. The Dodgers were getting ready to get swept by the Angels.
I thought a bunch of Angel fans would show up and support him.
Nah, they want to go rub it into all the Dodger fans that are down there at the Big
and
A.
A shout out to the young Weiss boy, who's known as DJ Hush.
Yeah, DJ Hush is going to spin as they just started out back.
When is DJ Hush going to spin?
Santana is on the ones and twos, but I heard
he
DJ
looks upset.
Hush.
What's wrong with him? Is he hiding?
He's freaking out. His palms are sweaty.
Vomit on a sweater already?
Exactly right. Exactly.
What's the matter? Is he doesn't want to spin? What happened?
He's going to spin,
You told us to talk. Like what?
What do you mean?
I
what
feel
happened?
like an idiot.
He's
now.
got to go get his milk crate with all his vinyl. He's got to get his 1200s, his vest stacks. He's getting ready to go, man. DJ Hush in the house.
He's going to start out with "Party All the Time" by Eddie Murphy.
I don't know if you want to call yourself Hush. I kind of want things. I don't want things to be hushed if I'm at a spot.
DJ Hush.
I'm the quietest DJ you'll ever see. Jonas Knox will join us next.
What's the opposite of Hush?
DJ Scream. Ah!
is a great way to stay up with the Toyota community. They're always giving stuff away, whether it is tickets to huge sporting events, concert events, or even a new car or truck, as Philip is living proof of. People really do win with Toyota SoCal.
It's not a fluke. It happens. Hey, Toyota, they come through.
Congratulations on your victory and winning that Tacoma.
I'm so excited. Very happy to be part of the Toyota family now.
Toyota and your Southern California Toyota dealers. We make it easy.
Going on now, Toyota's Summer Drive Sales Event. Time to drive home a powerful new Tacoma with its awesome torque, its impressive towing capacity, and its exceptional class-leading fuel economy. Right now, you can lease a tough new Tacoma 4x4 for just $299 a month. Only $299 a month. But hurry, Toyota's Summer Drive Sales Event ends soon. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
If you've been hurt in an accident, who you choose to represent you matters. Being part of your community matters. Their winning record and level of care matters. The trial attorneys at Sweet James are some of the best in the country, consistently delivering some of the top settlements in the state. Not only do we win big. So if you're injured in an accident and results matter, call a hometown firm that delivers. Call Sweet James.
Toyota Skills Challenge Tacoma giveaway winner is here. Philip Sevilla, our hero. How you doing? Tell us about what happened out there.
Thank you very much for having me. Excited to be here. Winning a car. Imagine that. Winning a car, just in general, is probably like one of the best memories or core memory I'll have.
Thousand Oaks. Join Petros Papadakis and Matt Money Smith for the biggest party of the summer.
I believe they were #1 in attendance again.
Live music, food, drinks, and prizes.
Can't be there in person?
Not a problem.
Don't miss a second of the live broadcast on Facebook and YouTube. And now, here they are, Petros Papadakis and Matt Money Smith.
Is that right? Is that right?
My wife,
My wife.
jazz band.
I apologize to Laker fans. Hi, this is Jennifer Love Hewitt.
I'm going to go for that, though.
Do you like Bloody Marys?
What?
That's why I'm emotional.
Kick his ass, Seabass!
How you like me now, Kentucky?
A truly living human being cannot remain neutral.
Don MacLean, Petros and Money, AM 570 LA Sports, live everywhere on the iHeart Radio app, live on location at Tarantula Hill Brewing in Thousand Oaks. We'd love to see you, 244 Thousand Oaks Boulevard in Thousand Oaks. We've got about 40 minutes to go, but Tim Cates is going to take over with Dodgers on deck. Dodgers Padres coming up from the Galpin Motors broadcast booth. First pitch at 7:10 p.m. Cates will do it 6 to 7 p.m. David Vassegh will be with them. He will join us in the very next segment. But, P, we had a lot of people to thank, a lot of folks that help us put our summer tour stuff on.
Digital Doug, Wacko, Social Matt, Ricky, doing the stream. Who's the lovely young lady? That's Digital Doug's wife. That's Mrs. Digital Doug.
My wife!
I thought she was working. I didn't know.
wife.
And she is working. She's
So you working?
She's working with Digital Doug.
Hey, you working?
So, you working? We are live on Facebook, on X, and on YouTube. Streaming. We'll be here till 6 o'clock. And then Tim Cates will take over with Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck. One of the biggest games we can remember ever in the history of baseball between the Dodgers and the Padres tonight. And Matt, before we go any further, a big thank you to Craig, our elderly engineer.
Yeah, Craig.
Thank you, Craig. You can't spell AARP without Craig. And Ronnie Fascio, our engineer, and the one and all hosting the Everetts and the beautiful Cates family in the back. The one and
Everett's
only
are back, huh?
The one and only Tim Cates, our executive producer. And on his last day ever, or Monday's his last day, intern Ben. Raise your hand all the way up, intern Ben. Where's your father? Did he leave? That son of a...
He left. 5 minutes away. Maybe he's coming back.
Is he going to come back? Back, yeah! I guess not. And Ronnie Fascio, our engineer. Who can forget the Christmas party we threw here where Ronnie actually showed up?
Oh, he got loaded.
Ronnie hit the city after 1 a.m. Loaded! Loaded! And right now it's time for the Final Hour Fun Fact.
But in effect, it's the hour 3.
Fun fact. The Final Hour Fun Fact. What do several Olympic athletes, former NFL players, and many of the best college and high school coaches across the nation have in common?
What?
They're graduates and recent students of Concordia University Irvine's Masters in Coaching and Athletics Administration program. Find out more at cui.edu/coaching.
Did you know? And Italy in the news all summer long because of ugly Americans taking over the popular tourist destination. The Bezos wedding made a lot of waves, a lot of a-holes cruising around out there, ruining.
They'll take the money.
I don't know. Will they? Seems like Venice is going to get the money anyway.
They wanted Bezos' foam yacht money.
One of the most sought-after jobs in all of Europe is that of the Venice gondolier. There are only 425 licenses issued. Applicants must be Venetian by birth. Apprenticeships involve 400 hours of training. And when a gondolier dies, the license passes
into the family.
Next of kin.
Like the longshoreman.
Yes. And if there is no next of kin, he designates a beneficiary who then decides his replacement.
I understand it works exactly the same on Ocean Park at Venice High School, the home of the Gondoliers. If you played,
especially in the custodial
you're like,
department.
I was a slot guy.
Because you're moving that stick around with that mop.
I got 400 hours of mopping at Venice High. I demand my gondolier job here in St. Mark's Square.
Exactly right.
If you went to Venice High, be like, listen, I was a backup point guard, Venice High, early 90s.
Okay, what
Where's
else you
my
got?
gondolier job?
Well, what else you got?
Well, look at me. I got my student ID right here. All right, joining us right now on your Southern California Toyota dealer celebrity hotline with his tattoo proudly out, even though it's outdated.
He always shows it proudly. We appreciate it.
With his dark, vampire-like demeanor and his graveyard shift attitude early in the morning on Fox Sports Radio with Brady Quinn and LeVar Arrington. Two pros and a cup of Joe every day at 3 in the morning. I join him every Wednesday for the late hour, 5 a.m. It is Jonas Knox on the Petros and Money Show. Love from the hard liquor bar for Jonas Knox. Love from intern band.
You know, I brought a gift.
Yeah, you were on vacation this week.
I was in Maui. These are only the finest chocolates.
Oh, those are hard to find.
From a really high dollar place called ABC.
Yeah.
I love that. You guys are familiar with
not many of those.
ABC. No.
You really got to trek to go find them.
Yeah, no.
Give me a nice bottle, a little bottle of Drambuie there at the ABC.
Split these up how you will.
I'm going to let you gift those to the man that joins you every week. I do not do any heavy lifting for you, Jonas. I appreciate it.
But I do.
Oh, come on.
I appreciate that, Jonas. I appreciate the...
Matt is a man of no vices.
I mean, who doesn't want $4,000 chocolates?
Right?
I mean, come on.
Well, you had to go to the other side of the island to get them.
Yes.
Those are the Hawaiian hosts.
Swam there, no less.
Jonas.
Molokini is where you had to go for those.
We know that you have a national radio show, yet you are an L.A. man, and you are a person of the city.
Yeah.
Do you have deep concern, trepidation? Do you have fears about the Dodgers and the disappearance of this division lead?
Nah, it makes it more fun. Makes it more fun.
Exactly right.
And also,
Great sports talk.
I do believe that I'm on board with the let's stir something up tonight.
Between the numbers, right?
Light somebody up.
Between the numbers.
A nice Rawlings at about 92 between the shoulder blades.
I like it.
And then next thing you know, we see what happens.
Right?
Are you also a proponent of the Matt Money Smith, Mike Schilt is a fat loser, he makes me sick, like the real violent rhetoric?
Yes.
You're a national, you do national, you can't afford to upset the people. You can't upset that market.
It's also that.
He calls
and
a spade is what he does.
And calls a steroid junkie a steroid junkie.
Exactly
and so
right.
Tatis has caught it a couple of times. He's gotten a couple of strays from Matt Money Smith.
That's right.
This is what we need. If they would have ran away with the division by 13 games, it's boring.
What are we doing here today? What are we doing?
Yeah, it's boring.
We're having Karamak talk is what we're doing.
They
now we're
have
talking
been
Dodger
swept
Padres.
by the Angels this season.
Yeah,
the Angels got to win something sometime. Who cares? Hey, listen, you got Ohtani. I mean, look, it could be worse. Imagine you're the Angels and you had to dress up a white guy and say it was Ohtani for team photo day. Okay? Now that's hard times. Those are hard times, like Dusty Rhodes would say. But you're not. You're the Dodgers, defending World Series champs. You're feeling a little adversity, and let's see what happens.
What if I was Romeo and Black Cheese? I got Romeo over here. I got Pete Carroll chomping his gum. I mean, it's really popping off.
I got Padre Petros over here. How about that?
Of all the things
he decides to wear that.
I was going to say, it's either old school Astros, or you remember the old school Taco Bell logo?
Oh, come on.
The brown, the yellow,
back when they used to have a fire pit out front.
Yeah.
Now it'd be all hobos warming their hand.
When they were in missions. They had the mission style, which I always appreciate whatever the new restaurant is that has taken over the mission style Taco Bell. That is neither here nor there. On a national show, Jonas, you work with two gentlemen that aren't Los Angeles, or are they Los Angeles? I know Brady.
LeVar is now.
LeVar's Petros' neighbor. Petros won't hang out with him for some reason.
I can see that.
I think there's some racial undertones, personally.
That's what it is.
Personally.
It
totally
is pure
agree with
racism.
You know, but again, I don't want to, throw stones.
No,
here.
I mean,
I can't have the people in Redondo see me walking around with him. What would they say?
The question, though, Are people excited about the Dodgers falling apart? Nationally, is the vibe? This is great.
All they want to talk about is the NFL, man. All it is
wasted.
Brady and LeVar arguing about Shador.
Yeah, I think there's the Shador is kind of taken over for everybody.
Really?
Yeah, like he's the new one.
Because Brady's in Cleveland, dude.
Like it was Caitlin Clark for a little while.
For
and then
what?
It was like, well,
the people want to punch her?
And it was like, well, we got tired of that.
Because Brady's right there in the middle of the country, brother.
We got tired of
and
that.
And LeVar
so
wants to talk about how good Penn State might be.
People started firing dildos onto the court, and it was like, man, that ran out of style. So now Shador's in style.
So there we go.
Now, but no, listen, I don't think there's any real national hate towards the Dodgers. I don't get that vibe.
I think Ohtani is able to temper that. That's the difference. If there's no Ohtani, and Ohtani is Aaron Judge instead, I think it'd be anyway.
Plus, that little scandal gave him a little edge, like that little.
The real estate?
Yeah, well, just that, and his degenerate flunky bookie
gambling,
guy, the gambling stuff.
Do you think Ohtani's a bad guy hiding in plain sight?
No.
I hope he is.
I mean, it's a fair question. I didn't ask you, Matt. I know your answer.
I hope he is.
Were you over in Hawaii shopping for high-end Japanese real estate? Because of the Otani endorsement, $17.5 million property.
He did take a look at a plot of land in Lahaina. He was just telling me over the break.
They're going to gentrify out here now.
I was telling Petros this, not to turn things somber. Whatever they've told you about the devastation of the fires out there, they've undersold. They got destroyed, absolutely destroyed. So feel bad for them. All the stories you heard about people jumping into the ocean, like all of that is real. Like all of it is real. So I'm just saying, we brought up Maui.
Right.
Shout out
You're
to
the
our
one that brought the chocolate.
Shout out to our friends in Lahaina.
Did you go to Cheeseburger in Paradise in Lahaina? Is that still there?
You son of a bitch.
I have been to the one in Waikiki.
Cafe is gone.
They're all gone?
It's all gone.
I thought some of it survived.
No, only the church survived. He went to the church.
Yeah, I went to the church. The church is still there. The Cheeseburger in Paradise in Waikiki is still there. I've been there.
And the banyan tree's still there in Maui, right?
It is.
That survived.
The banyan tree's still there.
Banyan tree survived.
Although its whole undercarriage got burned out. It's just...
By the way, where did the Rams go to Maui, and what did that have to do with Stafford's back? Do you think he hurt his back in Maui?
That happened to Kershaw when they flew to Australia.
Okay.
They flew there, and I don't know if you heard, those two guys played high school sports together.
Did they really?
Yep. Football and baseball.
Okay, did you know that, Petros?
Yeah.
So what is the big story of is it really Shador? I mean, I mean, look, you love the NFL.
Love the
and
NFL.
Matt, of course, is the voice
NFL.
of the Bolts. And you guys have a lot to talk about, but you're a Raider fan, right? And that puts you oppositional with Matt.
Well, I'm not a Raider fan.
I thought you were. You're so dark and mysterious. You're wearing black jeans. You got Pete Carroll sitting next to you.
I grew up rooting for Brad Muster. What does that tell you?
Matt
Suey.
That you're a Stanford guy.
He's a Bear fan.
Yeah, that's
Brad
right.
Muster and Matt Suey.
That's right.
That's a terrible fandom.
But, I mean, we're just trying to figure out what happened to Stafford's back. Like, that's really what I want to know.
Now, wait a minute. Don't you think that the guy's a pro football player, he's 100 years old, if he's not playing during the preseason and they keep going back and forth, he's going to jump up like Rod Tidwell for week 1 and play. And if he doesn't, shame on the Rams for signing a guy with a bad back.
Now, how big is the needle full of Toradol that they're going to give him to get him ready to go for games? Like, what are we talking about?
The epidural?
Yeah. What do they call it? Is it the T train?
Yeah,
is it the T train?
They're bringing Aaron Donald back for a day to push the epidural shot into his back.
like the Game of Thrones dragon.
Hey,
to light him up.
What's this line of guys before the game? Oh, there's the T train.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. But people would stand in line to get Toradol shots before the game. The old T-train.
But it is a thing, and I think Stafford's going to even have a more special T-train line than that.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I know this may not appeal to the fine folks inside here or maybe listening around town because it's more of a Cleveland conversation. But you do a national show. Like, what is? I don't understand. What's the Shador story?
I don't get it
that
either.
That all the teams blew it and that he's going to be a great quarterback.
I don't get it either.
Is that what they're doing?
I don't get it either. He got taken in the 5th round, and for whatever reason, they've latched onto that and just run with it.
But those guys played in the NFL. They know that quarterbacks have great preseason games. All these guys do. It happens all the time.
You've heard more about Shador Sanders.
Brady Quinn's one of them.
Brady Quinn.
You've heard more about Shador Sanders, who was taken 144, than you have Cam Ward, who was taken 1st overall.
Right.
It's weird.
It is weird.
It's just for whatever reason.
Well, he does that thing, the celebration, and people love that.
He holds up his watch.
They love that.
He holds up his watch.
I own an expensive watch.
Manziel did this.
That's right.
Rodgers
money.
does the belt check.
Yeah.
The belt swipe. I just, for whatever reason, ESPN will latch onto something, and then everybody else will run with it, and I don't get it.
That's not us.
No.
We do our own thing.
Damn
That's right. Surfside LA.
We latch on to seltzers. Vodka and lemonade, actually. We'll be right back. Jonas Knox, everybody. Check him out on Two Pros and a Cup of Joe every morning at 3 a.m. all the way till 6.
Brought you Caramax.
He brought us these chocolates.
$7,500 chocolates.
That's exactly
a proud
right.
Thousand Oaks O lineman. I thought he was going to cut down Brady Smiggel when they were talking earlier. Got a little ugly there for a moment. We'll be right back with David Vassegh live.
Max Muncy news from David Vassegh.
From the belly of the beast with Max Muncy news and all the latest from Dodger Stadium. David Vassegh on AM 570 LA Sports, your home.
Isabel says hi, Jonas.
Of the Dodgers.
Hi, Isabel.
Fernando Valenzuela is a hero to us all in the Latino community and the world. Fernando Valenzuela, for me, meant that dreams can come true. And if you work hard at something and do things right on the field as well as off the field, that you could persevere. I think what public art does is it really humanizes the built environment and allows space and creates space for people to be able to interact with the work and sometimes see themselves in the murals. I think that a mural can transcend space and community, bridging art and culture together. I hope that this mural evokes feelings of representation, of unity, and also showing that with a player like Fernando Valenzuela here wearing his Mexican Heritage Night jersey, that it shows that Mexican Heritage Night is not just one night here at Dodger Stadium, but every night. The journey to create this mural has been truly inspirational. You know, there was like a dialogue with Fernando for me as I was creating this mural, and to see it finally come to fruition and really have a presence here at the stadium permanently is really beautiful to see. Fernando Valenzuela has been an important part of our culture here in the city, and people all over the world are going to come here to Dodger Stadium to see this mural and really learn more about who he was, not only as a player, but also the world-class person that he was off the field. LA loves Fernando Valenzuela.
It's going on now. Toyota's Summer Drive Sales Event. Time to drive home a powerful new Tacoma with its awesome torque, its impressive towing capacity, and its exceptional class-leading fuel economy. Right now, you can lease a tough new Tacoma 4x4 for just $299 a month. Only $299 a month. But hurry, Toyota's Summer Drive Sales Event ends soon. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
In Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Big stage.
When you want to talk LA sports, it's always been us.
Oh, baby.
With Dan Patrick at 6 a.m., Colin Cowherd at 9, Fred Rogan and Rodney Peete at noon, and Petros and Money at 3.
Go to the iHeartRadio app.
Nobody covers Los Angeles like us. Listen anywhere you are by telling your smart device, play AM 570 LA Sports on the iHeartRadio app.
It's right here.
The home of the Dodgers.
If you've been hurt in an accident, who you choose to represent you matters. Being part of your community matters. Their winning record and level of care matters. The trial attorneys at Sweet James are some of the best in the country, consistently delivering some of the top settlements in the state. Not only do we win big. So if you're injured in an accident and results matter, call a hometown firm that delivers. Call Sweet James.
It is the penultimate stop of the Petros and Money 2025 Summer Tour. 1 week from today, we will be at the Vans headquarters in Costa Mesa to put a bow on what has been an incredibly successful, incredibly fun, and scattered all over the city summer tour. So thank you to our friends here at Tarantula Hill Brewing for making us feel at home. We love coming here every single year, and all of you folks that turned out made it extra special. So thanks to everybody for being here. We're giving away Dodger Padre tickets. That 55-inch Westinghouse Roku TV is still here. Trip to Vegas, all of that. And a big thank you to our sponsors, Surfside Vodka, Barry's Tickets, Wild Fork Foods. We gave away a $100 gift card to Wild Fork, James Bergener, all of that. And, of course, be the grand prize at the end of the whole thing.
$5,000 from your Southern California Toyota dealer. I just did the Toyota Instagram and walked through the crowd, and you were even on there, Matt. We talked to everybody, so you guys check that out on the AM570 Instagram or at Petros and Money on Instagram, I think is where it goes. But right now it's time for David Vassegh.
The home of the Dodgers.
With an inside look at the Dodgers, this is the Vassegh Report with David Vassegh.
The one and only David Vassegh joining us live at Dodger Stadium. Ground zero for one of the most exciting sporting events going on in the world this weekend. Dodgers versus Padres. He's all over it. Our Dodger reporter, Spectrum Sportsnet LA. MLB Network, and right here on AM570 LA Sports at @thereal_DV on Twitter. It's David Vassegh. Dave, what's the story with Muncy?
Yeah, not good, guys. I saw Max Muncy leave Angel Stadium on Wednesday before the game to get some scans, and it revealed that Muncy has a grade 1 right oblique strain, similar injury to what he had last year that kept him out for 3 months. There was also a rib issue last year. Dave Roberts is saying still, though, that it's not as severe as it was a year ago and that it's not a season-ending injury. But certainly he's going to be out for all 6 of these games against the Padres in the next 10 days.
David Vassegh brought to you by Service Titan. Southern California commercial and residential contractors using Service Titan software typically see a 17% increase in revenue in their first 2 years. Earn more. Go to servicetitan.com. Individual results may vary. Dave, earlier in the show, we detailed what it looked like the last time these two teams tangled, and it was a lot of beanballs. It was manager ejections. It was threats of fights, and Dave Roberts shoved Mike Schilt. Do you feel any of that? Is there any carryover from 2 months ago on the field today between these two teams?
Maybe from the Padres side, but not the Dodgers side. The two guys that hit Fernando Tatis Jr. several times are not even on the roster right now, Matt Sauer and Lou Trevino. So that's not going to happen. I feel like Kershaw, Blake Snell, and Tyler Glasnow can all command their pitches on the inner part of the plate, but they're not going to deviate from pitching Tatis inside. That's not going to change. Dave Roberts was asked about any awkwardness tonight when he goes to home plate to exchange the lineup cards. That's usually what happens these days in baseball. The managers go out the first game of the series, and Dave said he'll be out there. We'll see whether or not Mike Schilt goes out there to exchange lineup cards.
Schilt's a punk. He ain't going to show up. That's just my
He'll be a no-show?
I say he no-shows.
Do you feel that way about Schilt?
No-shows.
I mean, Matt has been very violent towards Schilt, attacking his personal appearance today. How do you feel about Schilt, Dave, overall? You've seen him a lot.
Yeah, he's a really good baseball man, but obviously there was some issues in St. Louis, and that's why he's not the manager there. But I would say he's a good baseball manager. And look, he was defending his player, whether or not it was intentional or not. He was doing what you should do when your best player or one of your best players gets hit 3 times in the series. So I don't have an issue with that. But, hey, you got to back it up. And if you don't back it up and you go after and try to give Dave Roberts a forearm shove, you better be ready to back it up.
That's right. And instead he got clowned. Dave, how much do you think, because you'll remember this, I don't certainly, but it felt like Andy Pages was up and down. We were talking about him maybe getting sent down, but feels like the coming out party was the who the F do you think you are, and the very next game, 2 home runs, a run-scoring single, and then we got Pages playing at, arguably one of the highest levels of any Dodger hitter since. Was that kind of the moment where maybe Pages found some consistency and became what we're used to seeing now, or had that already started?
I feel like he got a wake-up call after the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season where he was a little embarrassed out there, and Teoscar Hernandez actually helped him out offensively. Dino Ebel helped him out with the defense. So I think there was a combination of things that led up to him being confident enough to respond the way he did in the game that you're talking about. And look, Andy Pages is a great guy, but he plays with great anger and a chip on his shoulder. So he's that type of player.
Oh, yeah.
A fiery Cuban. The great David Vassegh is our guest. We're talking Dodgers, Padres. No Max Muncy for sure in this series. Who knows how long he's going to be out. You just heard that report about the grade 1 oblique strain that Muncy has. So what is the plan, Dave, and how does that change the series?
Yeah, Alex Freeland, our guy, is going to get a long runway now at third base until Tommy Edman and or Kike Hernandez return in September. You could also possibly see Miguel Rojas get some time there. That's basically the plan. That's why, no matter who fills in for Muncy at third base, cannot fill the void in the lineup. He meant a lot to the Dodger lineup. I think we saw that for the month that he was out, and part of the reason why the Dodger offense has not been very good the last 6 weeks is because Muncy was missing a month of those 6 weeks. So no matter who plays at third base or whoever has that 3B next to them in the box score, nobody is filling that void that Max Muncy provided for the Dodger lineup.
Dave, I know it was just a 1-for-3 effort, but I think anybody that happened to watch that game on Wednesday night appreciated the way Alex Call approached his at-bats. He was grinding them out. He was making the pitcher work deep into the count. I think 8 pitches in one at-bat, 7 in another. It's Conforto out there tonight. What did you take away from Call starting in left field and the fact that Conforto's going to go out there?
Yeah, my understanding, Matt, is the Dodgers still believe Michael Conforto will hit whatever marks the Dodgers believed he would before the season. Whatever the metrics are showing them, they're believing, and they're not giving up on Michael Conforto, and that's the reason why you see him out there. That may change in the next couple of weeks, but it certainly hasn't changed all season long. So the Dodgers have a process, and they're sticking to it, and they're sticking with Michael Conforto.
Was there a buzz on how well Call played? I know it's 1-for-3, but
only the text that you sent me when my phone buzzed. That was the only buzz I heard about it.
That was it. Be nice to see a Dodger grind out an at-bat like Call did.
Yeah, my phone was buzzing at Angel Stadium. That was the only buzz, and it was from you.
What did Tanner
I'll
Scott?
die on Alex Call Island, damn it.
I mean, really, that's a new island to die on, man.
That's right.
Dismal Key. What did Tanner Scott?
I wish I could put a list together of all of Money's guys. It would be a phenomenal list.
It really is. It's a hell of a list, man. They're all in the independent league right now.
Who was the second baseman?
Vargas was
yeah.
my guy.
What did Tanner Scott?
Parkeye was asked about for 2 years.
Great guy.
Julio was asked about for 3 years.
What did Tanner Scott and Kirby Yates tell you, Dave?
I asked Tanner Scott, when are you going to stop practicing and when are you going to start pitching in a real game? And he told me he's ready to go, but it's not his decision. If he could press a button right now and activate himself, he said he would. So he had a live BP session today. He touched 98 miles an hour, he told me, but it's in the Dodgers' hands on when they want to activate him. Dave Roberts actually said Kirby Yates is going to be the first reliever of the injured list group that will be activated. Yates is going to throw a live BP tomorrow, and there's a possibility he could be activated next week at some point. Michael Kopech had a rough outing at Oklahoma City last night, but, yeah, it feels like Yates and Tanner Scott are the two guys that are closest to being activated. Fingers crossed for the Dodgers' sake that you could have Yates and Tanner Scott back next weekend in San Diego.
It is Players Weekend, Dave, and we've seen through the different MLB social media channels a number of players have custom bats that they get to hit with. Cool paint jobs. Have you seen? I saw Kyle Karros has a cool Manhattan Beach Pier on his. That was posted. Anybody have a cool-looking bat out there in the dugout?
Number one, I'm disappointed Kyle Karros did not have his dad's face on the big part of that bat, because his face would have covered up the whole bat and that hair, that mane. Anyway, Freddie Freeman is going to be our pregame guest, and he has an interesting strategy for Players Weekend. He has 3 boys, and he left it up to his son Charlie, his oldest son, on whose name should be on the bat. Charlie came up with a great plan. Youngest to oldest have each of the 3 boys' names on a bat every night. So tonight, it's going to be Brandon.
Nice.
Tomorrow will be Maximus. And then on Sunday, it'll be Charlie. So you'll have those. And if Freddie breaks a bat, he said he's not going to use the next kid's name on the bat. He's going to save that for the next game. He's just going to use a regular old bat. I suggested my name on the replacement bat, but he
Good
said
idea.
there's not enough time this weekend.
David Vassegh will have Freddie Freeman in the pregame. Dave, good luck tonight. We'll be listening. Dodger Talk and Dodger Clubhouse and Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck. David Vassegh, everybody. We'll have the game right here, and Tim Cates will do the pregame show from right here at Tarantula Hill. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, guys.
And we'll be right back to wrap it up. Petros and Money on AM 570.
Fernando Valenzuela is a hero to us all in the Latino community and the world. Fernando Valenzuela, for me, meant that dreams can come true. And if you work hard at something and do things right on the field as well as off the field, that you could persevere. I think what public art does is it really humanizes the built environment and allows space and creates space for people to be able to interact with the work and sometimes see themselves in the murals. I think that a mural can transcend space and community, bridging art and culture together. I hope that this mural evokes feelings of representation, of unity, and also showing that with a player like Fernando Valenzuela here wearing his Mexican Heritage Night jersey, that it shows that Mexican Heritage Night is not just one night here at Dodger Stadium, but every night. The journey to create this mural has been truly inspirational. You know, there was like a dialogue with Fernando for me as I was creating this mural, and to see it finally come to fruition and really have a presence here at the stadium permanently is really beautiful to see. Fernando Valenzuela has been an important part of our culture here in the city, and people all over the world are going to come here to Dodger Stadium to see this mural and really learn more about who he was, not only as a player, but also the world-class person that he was off the field. LA loves Fernando Valenzuela.
It's going on now. Toyota's Summer Drive Sales Event. Time to drive home a powerful new Tacoma with its awesome torque, its impressive towing capacity, and its exceptional class-leading fuel economy. Right now, you can lease a tough new Tacoma 4x4 for just $299 a month. Only $299 a month. But hurry, Toyota's Summer Drive Sales Event ends soon. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
In Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Big stage.
When you want to talk LA sports, it's always been us.
Oh, baby.
With Dan Patrick at 6 a.m., Colin Cowherd at 9, Fred Rogan and Rodney Peete at noon, and Petros and Money at 3.
Go to the iHeartRadio app.
Nobody covers Los Angeles like us. Listen anywhere you are by telling your smart device, play AM 570 LA Sports on the iHeartRadio app.
It's right here.
The home of the Dodgers.
If you've been hurt in an accident, who you choose to represent you matters. Being part of your community matters. Their winning record and level of care matters. The trial attorneys at Sweet James are some of the best in the country, consistently delivering some of the top settlements in the state. Not only do we win big. So if you're injured in an accident and results matter, call a hometown firm that delivers. Call Sweet James.
United States.
Get down to Tarantula Hill Brewing Company in Thousand Oaks and celebrate the summer with us. Now, here's Petros, Papadakis, and Matt Money Smith.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Coming up next, Morocco Casino Dodgers on deck with Tim Cates featuring Freddie Freeman and David Vassegh. And I can only hope, and thank you to Tarantula Hill, that next week on Friday, when Matt and I are at the Vans headquarters starting at 2, that he reveals his gigantic arms. It's been 2 straight, like it's been Mount St. Helens dormant, and we need to get those arms out.
We want to see everybody down there in Costa Mesa. It is a week from today at the Vans headquarters. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. We blew up the clock, so we got to get out of here in 5 seconds. We appreciate each and every one of you. Stick around for Tim Cates and Dodger Talk.